The following is a product of Grayson Publishing.
Last week, the Howe Bulldogs battled a talented Boyd team who eventually wore down the Dogs at home. But the district records are 0-0, and everyone says this is their year. And Howe is no different, and at Warrior Stadium tonight, the Dogs try to take the first of 6 steps to a playoff berth. It's district football time in Texas.
Warning, the following high school football game is not for the faint of heart.
Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. It's a Haley's Comet for the first time in his career.
Please take all necessary precautions.
Kiss him goodbye. To the 3, to the 2. He's in. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football is on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Uxnort Barbecue, TechWave, and Meacham State Farm, Knight Furniture, Independent Bank, Star Auto Body, Torque Plumbing, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Juan Enciso Farmers Insurance, GCEC, the Old Man at the Coffee Shop, FBC Howe, the Howe Athletic Booster Club, Baker AC and Heating, Pitt Exteriors.
He hands off on the reverse to Louder from the left to the right. A seam. He's in. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Now get ready because it's football time in Texas on HoweEnterprise.com. Here's the voice of Howe Bulldogs football, Monty Walker.
Everyone is undefeated. Everyone is going to the playoffs. Everyone is 0-0, and it's been a long time since the Howe Bulldogs have won a district game. But tonight in Bonham, Texas, the Bulldogs take on a wounded Warrior team who is down a little bit from a year ago, Justin White, but a formidable opponent. Everyone in district is, especially when they have about 100 more kids than you have in high school. Everyone's tough.
Yeah, and talking about the undefeated here, that was the message that Coach Jay tried to convey to the team last week after the loss to Boyd was played hard, came up on the losing end, but next week everybody's 0-0. No more excuses. The real season starts here in district tonight against Bonham.
The number 686, what would that mean to you? What that indicates is the number of days it's been since Howe has won a district game. That was back November the 10th, 2017, during the Zach Hudson era, the final senior night at Bulldog Stadium against Callisburg. 1,057, what does that mean to you?
It's been a long time.
That's how many days it's been since Howe's won a road district game. That also against Callisburg. That in Callisburg, November the 4th, 2016. That was the night that Howe found out Pilot Point lost and they were going to be on district champions and get a great seed in the playoffs, and that was a wonderful night. That's how long it's been since Howe's won a road district game. But we really feel like the clock could reset tonight in Bonham.
You're playing a team that is winnable. This isn't the same team, Bonham team from last year. Now, that's not to say you come in here and take them lightly and go ahead and pencil in the W, but it's a game that is winnable here tonight. The Bulldogs are healthy for the first time since the first game of the season, so that's a good sign, and hopefully you can reset that clock tonight.
All weapons are on deck. All the bullets are ready to go in the chamber. We're talking about Austin Haley and Jalen Thornton and Brandon Williams and Caden Harmon and Stephen Waldrop. Everyone's healthy with the exception of Jordan Jones. But we'll see. It's possible that Jordan could play, but everyone is in tip-top shape coming into district, and that's a good sign.
Well, it starts there with Austin Haley getting him back. Not that Leighton Elvington did a good job those last 2 games to help manage the team, but you get Austin Haley in there and adds a little bit different dimension to the offense, and so it'll be good. It'll start with him, and then got your other weapons back in Harmon and Thornton and Waldrop.
Yeah, the offense runs smoothly with Haley, 363 yards in his first 2 games. Elvington, 229, although Elvington had a remarkable percentage with 67% passing while he was in there. That's outstanding. We're going to take a timeout. We've got the Senior Spotlight and the Coaches Show coming up in just a moment.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnore Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnore Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnore Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnore Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnoreBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's senior.
All right, this week we're joined by seniors Derek Kirshner and Stephen Waldrop. We'll start with Derek, coach's kid. What's that like?
It's a weird experience, kind of, because you have everybody looking at you differently and asking you questions about what's happening. But it really just makes it where you can become a better leader. And with being a coach's son also comes with you can stay after longer and do stuff that other people can't.
So you came from Anna. You were there a year ago. How hard was it to leave there? And I'm sure you had some friends over there.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends there. It was kind of hard to come, but family called and my dad wanted me to come here, so family comes first.
Other sports activities that you're going to do here in Howe?
I'm going to play baseball, and that's it.
You were injured a few weeks ago. Tell us what happened and how are you now?
I got a concussion from getting blindsided, and I'm much better now and just ready to get on the field and help out my team as much as I can.
What do you expect to see from Bonham?
I expect them to be a pretty good team. They're going to be throwing the ball around a lot, but I expect our DBs to do what they do the best and just keep getting the ball off of them and picking it.
So you're a new student here. How hard was that coming in? I guess maybe the football team helped that out, but did you fit in quickly here at Howe?
Yeah, the football team came up to me really quick on 7-on-7, and they just kind of took me under, and I became really good friends with all of them. So it was really easy to join into Howe.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to Stephen Waldrop.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
All right, we're joined now with Stephen Waldrop. Injured a few weeks ago. Tell us how that happened and how are you now?
Well, I went out for Haley rolled out of the pocket, went to look for me downfield. Right before that play, I told him, I said, hey, if you don't have a look for me downfield. You can trust me. And so he looked for me downfield, and I get hit from behind. I fell awkwardly on the play. Something happened to my leg. I bruised it up. But now I'm fine. It wasn't anything major, and I'm ready.
You know, we've talked about on the air you being Haley's Gronk, and that's kind of cool. And it sounds like that's kind of playing in with you two as well.
Yes, me and Haley are really close. And me and Leighton as well when he's out there. And I just want them to know that they can throw me the ball and I'll catch it when they throw it.
Now, you've got a lot bigger since last year. What's the secret?
I guess just a work ethic and putting my trust in Coach Jay. Coach Jay always preached last year during workouts. He'd say he wants us to get bigger, faster, stronger, and these are the things we have to do to get to that. And so I believed him, I trust him, and I did everything he asked.
You're one of the senior leaders on this team. Does that add pressure to you?
Yes, it adds pressure because when you're out there on the field, everyone's looking at you. Everyone's hoping you play the best out there on the field. Everyone wants you to be a go-to target on offense, be a go-to tackler on defense, and it's just in a way it motivates you as well because you just want to play hard and play hard for the community.
So what's your favorite role on the team? Is it that go-to linebacker or is it Gronk?
Well, I like the nickname Gronk, and I love catching passes, but I also like cutting pullers, making tackles. So I can't really choose one. If I did, I don't know which coach would be happy on what I chose. So I like them equally, and I mean they both benefit the team equally.
And what are your other activities here at Howe?
I played basketball years before, and I'm debating on playing this year. Other than that, I just football.
Bonham?
In my opinion, we're gonna beat them. There ain't nothing they have that we can't take. We have a great defense. We're gonna come at them offensively, and like Derek said, our corners, they're gonna pass on us, and we have great corners, and so I put my trust in them.
All right, that's your Senior Spotlight with Derek Kirshner and Stephen Walter. We'll be back right after this.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Bill Jailing. The Coaches Show is brought to you by FBC Howe. Now let's join Monty Walker with Bulldogs head coach Bill Jailing.
Coach, last week you had a really good Boyd team come in, and it was a great game at the half, and tell you what, your kids really got after it.
Yeah, they did. It was at halftime we were thrilled going against Boyd and being 14-7 at halftime. We were thrilled at half, and we came out in the second half. We made some adjustments and everything else. Thought the kids played really well in the third quarter. I mean, I think it was 21-7 going into the fourth quarter. But when they got a team like they have, and you probably saw it later in the games, we were just worn down, wore out, and that's the effects of 90% of our team going both ways. So it was a good game for us, though, to get ready for district, because district's a whole new ball game. But I was proud of the kids' effort. Yeah, we made mistakes, and we got to fix them. But overall, being 14-7 with them at half, and really, 28-7 at the end of the game, I don't count that last touchdown because we were just dog tired and wore out because the kids battled. I was proud of their effort against a very good Boyd team.
Your defense keeps creating turnovers, interceptions by Elvington. He had 2 again, and Arturo Louder. Do you think maybe that's due to some pressure by Brusso?
Yeah, I definitely. If you watch the film, I mean, in real action when you're watching the game, you don't really notice it. But when you watch the film, a lot of our interceptions that are being caused are, 1, great secondary coverage in the back end, and 2, getting some pressure on the quarterback. And some of our sacks, if you flip it, are because great secondary coverage, and they really should be going down as coverage sacks. But we always give the credit to the guy that makes the tackle. But no, definitely the things we're doing defensively this year are different, and we're getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback when we need to. And our secondary, the way we're rotating in the back end, has created some opportunities for kids to get turnovers, and it's going. I credit it to what we're doing in practice every day with the DB drills, getting them to turn their hips, using their feet, and everything else.
Well, you never want injuries on your team, but if you're going to have them, I guess it's best to have them in pre-district. What you've been able to see from those injuries is other kids step up. How important is that on such a small roster for those other kids to be able to step up like that?
It's huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. And, we're 28 strong when we're 100%. And so, with 28 kids, a lot of kids are going to get opportunities to play as the season goes on. But, yeah, when we've had injuries this year and kids have stepped in, they have really stepped up. Colby Winden has stepped in as a receiver this year and has done outstanding. Some of our kids up front have been moving around from playing guard one week to tackle the next week, or playing Hunter Brousseau as an example, playing corner one week to playing a strong safety the next weekend, and they've really bought in and stepped up. And it's our mentality is next man up, and when something happens, the next man's ready to go. And I credit that to everything we're doing at practice. I mean, we're making sure everybody knows what they're doing on the game plan, so if their opportunity comes, they're able to step in and get the job done.
Well, this is the week across Texas that every coach kind of holds his breath. Grades came out. How'd the Bulldogs do?
Bulldogs did great. Bulldogs did awesome. We didn't lose any varsity players to grades. Everybody passed. Credit that to our faculty and teachers working with our athletes and everything. And we did lose 2 on the JV, 2 freshmen. And I always say, freshmen are always going to have to acclimate to high school. It's a lot different than middle school. But out of 80 kids, we had 78 pass, which is an outstanding percentage for our program.
We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be right back.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Coach, everything gets turned up a notch now. It's district time. Everything's on the line.
Yep. It's a brand new season. It's the first thing I said to the kids after the game last Friday against Boyd. Naturally, I told them how proud I was of their effort. And, after, like I always say, we put this one behind us and we move on. But I said, Al, everybody's 0-0. Everybody's 0-0. It's a whole new season now. Now, if our goal is to make the playoffs, we're starting now. Our mission is to get there. And, I went through our district records on Saturday with them in film, and it's wide open as far as I'm concerned. Every team has the ability to make the playoffs. It's now who's going to step up and get the job done in the next 6 weeks.
How's the health of the team?
Health of the team is good. This will be the first time, I believe, since Ponder that we're going into the game with all 28 suiting out, all 28 playing. We got some that are milking minor injuries, but that's going to happen. It's football. You're always going to have some minor injuries, but we had everybody healthy this week at practice, everybody going, and hopefully we stay that way all night Friday.
Bonham graduated some of their best players they've had in their school history. Don't seem to be the same team they were a year ago. What do you expect?
I still expect them to be high tempo and try to score a lot of points. That's just the nature of Bonham right now. But yeah, they did graduate a lot of really good athletes, and they are not the same team they were last year, but they still got some weapons that we have to worry about. And Coach Fish is going to have that team ready to go tomorrow night. There's no doubt in my mind. I have a lot of respect for Coach Fish, and he's going to have that team ready to go. So I do believe we match up with them. I do believe that if we can put 4 quarters of football together, which I still don't believe we've done all year long. We've played a good half. We've played maybe 3 quarters. We haven't put 4 in. But I think if we play 4 quarters and everything goes, I think we have a great shot to win this game tomorrow night.
We're getting halfway through the season. What's the identity of this football team?
I would still go back to the identity of this team is they're a gritty, hard-nosed football team that has a lot of fight in them. Even in the 4th quarter Friday night, even when we were worn down, they were still fighting and trying. So I would definitely say, like I've always said, we're gritty, we're hard-nosed, the kids are going to get after it, they have no quit in them, and they're really starting to come together as a team. If you come into our locker room, I know we're in the locker room right now, but if you check out the board, one thing that really impressed me the other night at the team dinner is how the team is bonding, how the team's come together, and how the seniors are truly taking leadership of this team. J.C. Heppenstall, Layden Helvington, Arturo Lauder, Caden Harmon, Jaron Ing, they're all doing a great job taking leadership roles. And the other night, without any coach's directive, I was really proud of them at the team dinner. They all took out an index card. They all wrote down a personal goal, team goal, and how they're going to accomplish those goals. And they came in this morning and they were hung up in the locker room. So you can see the identity of the team forming in that factor.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
more.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
Well, here we are in Bonham, Texas. Justin White, the Howe Bulldogs kicking off district play tonight. Should be a good one. Bonham not what they used to be a year ago. Graduated some of their greatest players in their program's history. Tyler Rodriguez, a thing of the past. Last time you and I were here was the Bonham-Van Alstyne game when it was the shootout. 73-68, I believe, was the final score, and we did that game here.
That was a fun game to do. I mean, there was almost zero defense being played that game. But, yeah, this is a different team this season. They still got a couple of playmakers. I know Jarrell Stewart was a guy that gave the Bulldogs nightmares last year. He's one name that stands out. But, yeah, they've still got some weapons on here they need to be aware of.
The Howe Bulldogs and their starting offense, we'll give you that. Hit Exterior is the sponsor of our starting lineups, and we'll let them introduce themselves.
Journeying, left tackle, Jackson Adkins, guard.
Colby Lappin, center.
JC Helpenstell, guard.
Brantley Flynn, left tackle.
Kobe Wyndham, receiver.
Stephen Waldrop, tight end.
Caden Harmon, running back. Brandon Williams, fullback.
Jalen Thornton, running back.
Austin Haley, quarterback.
You might notice there the last guy that introduced himself, Austin Haley. He is back, and the Howe Bulldogs are happy for that, although Leighton Elvington did a great job filling in, while Mr. Haley was out. And let's go over the starting defense again. Hit Exterior's starting defense.
Jackson Adkins, D-end.
Journeying, nose guard.
Matthew Bearden, D-end.
Stephen Waldrop, linebacker.
JC Helpenstell, inside linebacker.
Brandon Williams, outside linebacker.
Jordan Jones, cornerback.
Jalen Thornton, corner.
Leighton Elvington, safety. Caden Harmon, strong safety.
Terrell Loudard, safety.
You might notice a couple of changes there as 5 defensive backs for Howe, as Bonham's going to throw it all over the place tonight. Harmon, Williams, Elvington, Jones, and Thornton all in the game in the secondary. So a little change up there. Let's check down for the first time tonight with our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline.
Hey, guys. It
Hello.
is a gorgeous night out tonight. Didn't think it was going to feel this good. The high of 89, but it definitely doesn't feel it. There's a nice breeze, and it is a great night for Friday night football.
Well, the surface down there, I know it's turf. What kind of turf? What is it? A good turf, bad turf? What are we looking at down there?
It looks good. I'm no expert on turf, so I would have no idea, but it looks good to me. You know, we were just actually the referees were talking about how last year all the rain just ruined all the grass fields, so we were glad to be on turf.
This is Coach Lynch approved. He's a big proponent for turf.
Absolutely.
Well, good deal.
Every time we mention anything about grass and turf, he'll bring it up. You know, hey, let's play on their place. They got turf. Let's do it.
I just need an H in the middle of our field. That's all I need.
I'm with you. So let's go over the starting lineup for Bonham. Up front offensively will be Bryce Redmond, the left tackle, the left guard, Jeremiah Ryan, the center, Jacob Kennedy, the right guard, Alex Arande, and the right tackle, Eli Long. Split out wide to the left will be Dustin Sewell. Split out wide to the right will be Cade Bowser. Slot receivers are Gerald Stewart and Elliott Ross. And the halfback freshman, Jaron Ross, he is 5'5", 131, not very big at all. Freshman. He'll start at tailback tonight. And replacing Tyler Rodriguez, how would you like to be this guy? Brant Stuber, 6 foot, 205. That's a big kid. He's a junior. And he wears the number 9 on his back, and he'll be the gunslinger for the Bonham Warriors tonight as they will be firing it around. Defensively for the Warriors, up front, Miguel Arteaga, Tate Johnson, the nose tackle, and Michael Patton, the defensive end. The linebackers, Aiden Andrew, Luke Porter, Aiden Straub, and Hagen Weissert. Cornerbacks tonight, Marco Delgado. We think Mason Rodriguez, although he may be out. He's the younger brother of Tyler Rodriguez. And then the safeties tonight, Adrian Fuller, and Jacob Gordon. One thing we might point out for these Bonham Warriors, on their roster are 14 seniors, 9 juniors. Check this out. 8 sophomores and 7 freshmen on this roster. Howe's JV walked all over Bonham last night, but you got to figure those 15 underclassmen being on varsity might have something to do with that.
Might have a little bit. And this, they're kind of getting baptism by fire here, being thrown onto varsity their first early years. Maybe something to say for later on, a couple years from now, having that varsity experience now.
Bonham's head coach is John Fish. He's 9-6 overall. He was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Frisco Lone Star before making the move here to Bonham. He helped lead that team and is to a state powerhouse that they are. Fish also has served as an OC for Del City, Oklahoma. He's a graduate of UCO. Fish replaced Tony Johnson a year ago, who went 5-26 in 3 seasons, including a 3-7 record in 2017 when Bonham missed the playoffs on a 3-way coin toss and missed the postseason. Before last season's 8-3 record for Bonham under Fish, Bonham had not had a winning record since going 8-4 in 2005. And the team's best record was 5-5 during that period back in 2011. On the flip side, Coach Bill Jailing, it's his second year in Howe. He's 12-41 overall, 4-10 here at Howe. You know all about him. He's from San Antonio, transferred up to Pittsburgh, and you see those jerseys that Howe's wearing. They're very Pittsburgh-like with the thick stripe down the side. They're black and white, black and gray, not black and gold, but they have that Pittsburgh look with the stripes. The one logo on one side of the helmet.
Try not to hold that against him here being a Steeler fan.
As you can tell, we're on the home side, and the Bonham Warriors are coming through their tunnel, and their crowd is excited. Howe crowd, a sparing crowd across the way. Hopefully it'll fill in. Looks like we're just about ready for the captains to meet. And it appears for Bonham, it'll be Jacob Kennedy. It'll be the quarterback, Stuber, Cody Bowser, and Nick Reinhardt, looks like. Reinhardt, their kicker, he was a slot receiver a year ago, is on the depth chart as a slot receiver, hasn't started in that position, but he got injured here in that game we did with with Van Alstine and Bonham lost their kicker in that game, and that was tough because Reinhardt's a really good kicker.
I was going to say, Reinhardt's got some distance on him. He could be a secret weapon here for the Warriors if it came down to it.
So Jaron Ing, Leighton Elvington, Stephen Waldrip, and J.C. Helpenstell, the captains for Howe, and they are at center court. And when we're ready, we'll let Caroline go ahead and put the mic in there. The officials are talking.
Scale is tails. That's tails. Visiting team, it's your call.
We choose heads.
You choose heads.
J.C. Helpenstell called heads.
It's tails.
And it's tails.
Your option. Would you like the ball? Say
He's
yes.
talking, Captain, but yes.
Okay, that's fine. You take the ball.
And Nick Reinhardt says they want the ball.
You kick from the clock. Okay, white line up right here.
And J.C. Helpenstell says they're going to kick from the clock. So there you have it in live time. And we're just about ready to be underway as they shake hands. And here comes the Bulldogs. Or here come the Bulldogs to their sideline. Here comes Bonham to theirs. And you'll get a ovation from each crowd. We're just about ready to be underway here, Justin White.
Yeah, beautiful night for football here. Again, starting the district out here this evening, and this is where it all starts right now, the second half of the season, if you will. We're at the halfway point of the season. This is the 5th game of the season.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
It does.
Man. So we have the whole crew here tonight, but I think we're just about ready for a prayer and national anthem. Our crew tonight, Caroline Slauson on the sidelines. We have Blake Burnett, the Blizzard, on stats. Justin White, your color analyst, and Carson Grogan, your spotter and engineer. And we have a moment of silence.
Please remain standing and remove your caps to honor the flag as the Fighting Purple Warrior Band plays our national anthem.
1, 2, 3, 1.
And it's football time in Texas, district style.
It is. Time to get going here.
Well, we're in Bonham, and we expect a really good game tonight with the Howe Bulldogs. The one thing Howe fans should be excited about, Austin Haley back on the field, the freshman gunslinger. And anytime when he's in the game, it changes the offense a little bit. They're able to do a little bit more things offensively as far as throwing the deep ball downfield. And you got to think with he and Jalen Thornton and Brandon Williams all together in the backfield now, things could get a little electric.
Yeah, and I think too, even though everybody hadn't been together at the same time, the experience of going through 4 games and working out the wrinkles and working out the different issues and the different calls and things like that, I think that will benefit them as well. And now you get to see maybe a full show tonight, again with all the weapons there. Even maybe Jordan Jones. We said he's suited up, but whether or not we'll see him or not, I guess that.
Well, he is. Apparently, he is going to be starting in the secondary. Back deep for Bonham to start the football game. To return the kick will be Jaron Ross, Gerald Stewart, and Cade Bowser to return the kick. For Howe, it'll be Flores to tee it up at the 40. Howe in white jerseys, black pants with a thick gray stripe, black helmets, black numbers, but the white jerseys. Flores kick, and we're underway. It's a high kick deep down the middle. Right hash now is going to be taken on the far side. Coming near side is Stewart. He's got a seam right up the middle and a lot of room near midfield and down at the 46-yard line, just shy of midfield.
That was a good return there for the Warriors. Not good for the Bulldogs, for a team that's going to like to sling the ball all over the yard, giving them good field position near the 50.
So they'll spot it at the 47, and that's where the Bonham Warriors will start with the football in district play. Stewart will be split out wide to the left with Sewell. And Stuber in shotgun formation with Ross standing just to his right. Stuber wants it. He gets it. Looks right side. Throws. Is going to be caught by Bowser and dropped by Bowser immediately. And takes a little bit of a pop from Jordan Jones. Nothing too significant. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Kind of similar to what the Bulldogs do. Sometimes they try to work get those bubble screens, those quick passes out to the outside and see if they can get some of their playmakers in space, but you got to make the catch first.
The Bonham Warriors in all purple. Bottoms and tops and helmets. All purple. White numbers. And they come to the line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line, shy of midfield, 2nd down and 2. Stuber now sends Ross to his left this time, and he's going to hand it to him right up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down almost immediately by J.C. Helpenstell, a gain of about 2.
The draw at the middle to the 5'5", 131-pound running back that we talked about, a freshman. I bet at 5'5", 131 pounds, you got to be able to run fast. The reason you're on varsity as a freshman.
Yeah, you would think so. 3rd down and about 8 here for Howe. Bonham traveling west, looking into a beautiful sunset. On 3rd and 8, Stubert drops back, shotgun. Ross to his left, he wants to throw. Right side's going to be caught. Stewart drops it at the 50. It's 4th down. The ball was maybe a tad bit high. Stewart had both hands on it, but it fell incomplete.
Yeah, definitely a catchable ball for Stewart there. But yeah, 3 and out now for, I assume 3 and out here.
Stewart likes to drop back and punt in this situation.
Yeah, they may pooch punt here.
And I think he will drop back. Stuber does drop back, and his heels will touch about the 41-yard line. And now going back is, looks like Thornton back to return the punt inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. He's going to return it going on the far side. Down the sidelines, got to return to about the 21-yard line. And Howe will set up shop at their own 22 to start this first drive of district play with 10:58 on the clock here in the first.
Well, like I said, Haley has been out pretty much the last 2 games. He played a little bit last week, went 2 for 2 for 8 yards, but he's been trying to nurse that concussion. He's been in a concussion protocol there for the last couple of weeks, or at least for 2 weeks ago. Missed the Bells game.
Wyndon will be split out wide to the near side with Brandon Williams in the slot. And hello, Austin Haley, for the first time in a while. That's Thornton in the slot, rather, as Williams is in the backfield. And now Thornton will go way back deep in the deep eye, and he gets the handoff going right side. He's met maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage. He started maybe 8-9 yards deep back there. He was 5 yards behind Haley, who was in the gun. So it's a pistol formation, but Thornton was really deep right there. Couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was way back there and trying to run a play to the outside. There comes a stretch play, and they met him right about the line. No gain on the play.
So apparently he did make it back to the line, but just barely. 10:30 and rolling here on the clock. Second down and 10. Movement up front. Haley's throwing the deep ball down the right side. He's got a man. It's caught. Harmon, 45-40, 35, and drug out of bounds in Bonham territory at the 34-yard line.
Good job there by Haley. Got the flag. I assume that's going to be offsides on Bonham, and went down the field to Harmon. And Harmon caught it and was off to the races there into Warrior territory, and the Bulldogs are trying to go fast here.
They're hurrying up. Haley going under center, looks like, or maybe he's just barking, trying to get everybody in place, looking to the sideline. Everybody's in their spot. Haley's going under center. First and 10 at the Bonham 35-yard line. This is going to be a deep handoff to Thornton, right side, and he's shakes and slivers to the 30 and to the 29.
Thornton does best at trying to just, as soon as he gets the ball, he's going 90-0 and gets about 6 yards on the gain, and they're going again, trying to go quickly.
What? Here's Haley under center from the 29-yard line. Handoff. Thornton again bounces it out to the right side, and he is flashy with a first down near the 20-yard line to about the 22. And that'll be enough to move the sticks.
Hand off there to Thornton. I tell you what, he got hit a couple of times last week. Boy was slow to get up, moving around, but he doesn't appear to be slowed down tonight.
9:48 on the clock. We're underway. The clock is rolling. So far, so good for the Howe Bulldogs on their first drive. Thornton in I formation. Haley's throwing it deep down the field, left side, looking for Wyndon at the end zone. He went up for it at the 1, couldn't come down with it, and it'll be second down and 10.
Again, get an offsides call there on Bonham, and went long to Wyndon. And Wyndon, that hit him in the hands. He could have come down with it. It may have, and he's pointing to himself saying, that's my bad, I should have had it.
One thing about the Howe Bulldogs, when they get an opportunity and they recognize the offsides by Bonham or any team, Haley's been able to take advantage of that free play, and they are just launching it down the field when they get that in that position.
Great read there by Haley to be able to do that.
So
only as a freshman.
The penalty will move him up to the 16, and this is Thornton. Or Haley rolling out right, wanting to throw on the run, throws it incomplete in the front of the end zone. And I believe that's Harmon who was diving back for it right at the goal line. It falls incomplete, and it goes to third down and 5.
Aiden Straub was coming off the edge. I think that was Straub, but Straub coming off the edge there, and they had time to snap, and Haley had to roll out and throw that ball a little bit short there to receiver.
Or it's second down, rather, after the penalty. We were talking about field goal situation. They are in field goal range from what we saw in pregame from Kevin Flores. Here is Haley, who'll turn around. He'll hand off to Thornton. Escapes one would-be tackler, still moving his feet for a couple of yards near the 15-yard line.
I like the rhythm that the Bulldogs are going here. They've been trying to go fast here a few plays. and they get a little gain, and they get the call from the sidelines. It kind of shows the comfortability they have with this offense. Each week, they get a little bit more comfortable.
8th play of the drive, 9:04 on the clock. Haley in the gun, Williams to his right. 3rd down and about 4, and now they look to the side. Near side is Wyndham, Thornton, and Harmon. And here's Haley throwing left side, caught by Williams at the 9, and trying to find his way inside the 7. That might be Thornton, rather. That is Thornton who made the catch to about the 8-yard line, which is very close to a first down, and it is.
Thornton, who's been lining up everywhere. He lined up in the slot there that time. He's lined up in the backfield on other plays, but just a quick comeback route and got it to him right there in the slot. Almost got away from the Warrior defender.
Man, this is pretty impressive so far.
This is.
Ball at the 8-yard line, 8:27 on the clock. Howe knocking on the door. Haley in the pistol with Thornton right behind him. And he gets it, turns hand. Thornton shot out of a cannon, spinning his way down to the 5-yard line.
So what? Thornton's getting a good dose here on this first drive. Again, to run up the middle there, gets up to the 4-yard line. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of last year on the first drive of the game.
Only 4 carries a week ago for Jalen Thornton.
Wow.
He's got that in the first drive here tonight. I'm sure the Blizzard is keeping track. So here we go, 2nd down and goal. Haley rolling out right, wanting to throw. And he's got Thornton caught at the 1-yard line. They'll say he stepped down at the 1, at the very corner. And there's a flag in the backfield, so we'll have to check that. And that's, you can't start the flag situation when you're in the red zone.
Again, like you say, you remember from last year, the Bulldogs marched the ball down the field on their first drive, got in the red zone inside the 5-yard line, and flags brought them back, and then they weren't able to punch it in. That was last year.
Carson Grogan says the flag may be on Bonham in the back of the end zone. We'll see. Holding on the defense. So it was already at the 1, so half the distance to the goal really doesn't matter, does it?
At the half-yard line now. And a fresh set of downs, too, for the Bulldogs. You couldn't have written this up any perfectly, Monty.
11th play of the drive for Howe. 7:40 on the clock here in the first. Hey, Carson, give me that. And here's Haley in the gun. That's actually Thornton wanting to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Jalen Thornton. And touchdown, Howe. And it's touchdown time in Texas with 7:28 left to go in the first as the Wildcat gets it in.
A perfectly written script for the Bulldog offense on the first drive. Wildcat by the Bulldogs. Thornton got it. Went right behind his right guard there, Helfenstell, and Brantley Flynn on the right tackle. And plowed his way in. Bulldogs draw first blood.
An impressive 11-play, 78-yard drive. Flores' kick is very high, and it's very true. And Howe takes an early lead, 7-0 here at Bonham with 7:28 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad when you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
Welcome back. Try that again there, Blizzard. Yeah.
I hear it now. There he is, loud and clear.
All right. Must have had Caroline turned off, too. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, we're back. 7:28 on the clock. Here's the Tech Wave kickoff, and that one's going to be fair catch is called for, and it is at the 26-yard line, and that's where Bonham will start their next drive from their own 26. We have a hit exterior LLC Scoring drive recap, 11 plays, 78 yards for Howe, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown on a Wildcat to Jalen Thornton, and Howe leads 7-0. That was your Tech Wave kickoff and your HIT Exteriors scoring drive recap. Pistol formation as Stuber tosses left side to Ross, trying to find the outside corner on the far side, and he's brought down hard after a 1-yard gain.
Warriors only had 8 yards rushing last week at this Dallas Hillcrest. They're trying to get this running game established again this week.
Thornton had 6 carries for 20 yards and a touchdown on the very first drive. It's 2nd down and 9 here, or 8 rather. They'll spot it at the 28-yard line. Exactly 7 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. Howe leading 7-0. Stuber looking to the side. And finally gets his play call. Sends Ross over to his right side. Drops back in shotgun formation. 3 receivers on the right side. Handoff Ross up the middle. And the ball's on the turf. And Howe indicates that they have it. We got a couple of Air Sigleskis there. Ball is out. Howe has it. And boy, what a start for the Howe Bulldogs tonight. With 6:35 on the clock, they get a turnover and a bunch of Air Sigleskis.
How about that? Arturo Lauder with the fumble recovery for the Bulldogs. And yeah, you couldn't have written this up any better. You get a drive down for a touchdown on your first drive, and then you get a turnover on your second defensive possession.
So Howe will take it with 6:35, and the greatest news for the Bulldogs is at the 26-yard line, knocking on the door already to the red zone. Let's check down with Caroline Slauson. How's it going down there?
Guys, do y'all remember the movie cover of Friday Night Lights when they're walking up, you see the stadium lights?
Yes.
That is what I see right now. This is a great game. It is so much fun.
1st down and 10. It is fun. Out of the backfield goes Thornton. Williams stays there. Haley in the gun with Williams to his right, now left as he gets the ball coming left. Outside, 25, 20, 15, 10, barreling over a defender, trying to fight his way, trying to get in the end zone, but he's going to go out of bounds just shy at the 2-yard line. A great run by Williams.
Williams will run at the middle. He bounces to the outside. That's what he does a lot of times. If he doesn't like what he's seen inside, he'll bounce outside. And he's got a little bit of power with that speed of his.
Haley is coming out of the game as they're going Wildcat again. Thornton will be by himself in the gun, but J.C. Helpenstell is back there as well. Helpenstell as a back. And Thornton going to run the same Wildcat play, trying to find the outside. Slips in. It's touchdown time in Texas. He's in again, and the Bulldogs are in command early. 13-0 with 6:04 here in the first.
That's a different look we've seen this season. I don't think we've seen the Wildcat at all, or not much. And give it to Thornton. Got a good block on the edge by Helpenstell, and then an outside receiver. I believe that may have been Harmon. I'm not sure, but it was a good receiver, a good block on the outside, and Thornton able to get in the end zone.
Flores for the PAT. Haley to hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Hello, Flores, and hello, 14-0 lead. My, oh my, what a start to this football game for the Howe Bulldogs. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
Welcome back. Here's the Tech Wave kickoff. It's going to be fair catched. Catched? It just doesn't seem right. Fair caught.
Yes.
At the 26, and that doesn't seem right either. Fair caught. We'll make it up at the 26-yard line. Bonham still headed west from our left to right. your HIT scoring drive recap. Only 2 plays, 26 yards for Howe. It was another Wildcat Jalen Thornton touchdown. This time not 1 yard, but 2 yards out. The big play was a 24-yard run by Brandon Williams to set it up, and Howe leads 14-0 with 6:04 on the clock. And a chance to reset the entire clock on what we mentioned in the pregame. It's been 1,057 days since Howe's won a road district game.
So far, so good.
Stuber is going to hand off to Gerald Stewart around the edge, and that one is going nowhere. A loss as his legs are taken out from him on the jet sweep. A big loss, and Howe's defense looks just about as good as Howe's offense.
I tell you what, it's nice when you see everybody nice and healthy. I've always talked about this defensive backfield with Harmon, even Brandon Williams in there, Elvington, Jones, even when we see Brusso in there sometimes. The defensive backfield has got the athleticism and speed. A good job by Harmon to knife his way through there and knock Stewart back for a loss.
About a 5-yard loss back to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 15 coming up for Bonham. 5:26 on the clock here in the first. Stuber in the gun's going to toss to Stewart again, being chased down, but this time he's got the edge near side and out of bounds after a nice pickup of about 10 yards around the 35-yard line.
Nice positive run there by the Warriors. Probably their biggest run of the night, their biggest play of the night so far. Still short of a first down, though.
So there's about 3 yards to pick up here on 3rd down is what Bonham needs. With 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield, is Ross with Stuber. And Stuber's going to run it for the first time tonight. He's got a pretty good lane. 1st down and more, crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Just a quarterback keeper, got the snap in the shotgun and just got behind his left guard there and formed a little hole and got their first down of the night here with a little over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
So here comes Bonham with Stuber in the gun, Ross right next to him. He's going to hand off Ross straight up the middle, and he is knocked down. The ball's on the turf again. It's spewed away from Ross. Howe says they have it, and they do. Wow. Another turnover for the Bulldogs in the first quarter. They are stripping the ball away in 2019.
Great job by the defense. It was that interior line there. It may have been Bearden, I'm not sure, maybe Ing in the middle of the line. Got a hand on that ball. Jackson Atkins with the strip there, according to Blizzard. Thank you, Blizzard. Atkins with the strip there, and Thornton with the recovery, and the Bulldogs with their 2nd turnover of the night on the Warriors side of the ball, or the field.
So 4:48 on the clock here in the first, and Howe's already created 2 turnovers and punched it in twice. A great start for the Bulldogs. Haley back in the gun. Williams will stand to his left and a little bit up from him. Man goes in motion is Harmon. They fake it to Harmon. They fake it to Thornton. They throw downfield. Williams wide open. 20, 10. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Wow.
Man alive.
Where has this offense been?
White jerseys celebrating all over the place tonight. 4:38 on the clock, and Howe extends their lead 20-0, awaiting this PAT.
Williams got back behind the coverage, and there wasn't anybody within about 10 or 15 yards of him. They faked a handoff, faked a reverse there, and then found Williams way back in the back behind the secondary and was able to waltz into the end zone for the touchdown.
I noticed, here's the extra point, and that is good. Flores again. And Howe with a 21-0 lead with 4:38 left to go in the first. Grab your socks and pull. Holy cow. A nice start for the Bulldogs.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car.
Caroline,
your
can you
memories.
ask them for
And you
full
wanna be
60s,
sure
please?
They're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Here's your Tech Wave kickoff, and it's going to be taken again by an up man. Not much doing there. Up to the 35-yard line is where Bonham will start their third drive of the night. They fumbled on the first two. Your scoring drive recap. Well, we had an 11-play drive. We had a 2-play drive, and now we've had a 1-play drive of 46 yards. It was a Haley's Comet to Williams out of the backfield, 46 yards on the touch, and nobody was with him. He was all alone. First down and 10, left to right goes Bonham. Stuber's going to keep it straight up the middle, looking for some room. Jackson Adkins makes the stop after about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Well, Stuber he's not Tyler Rodriguez as far as his speed, but he's got some size to him, but tries to get to that line, and Jackson Atkins able to shed his block and slow him down there, and only a 3-yard gain on that play.
So ball at the 39 on their side of the field, on the bottom side. Stuber in the gun, and he wants to run again up the middle, being chased down, and finally going to be drugged down at the 42 around the right edge of Howe's defense. And right there is Arturo Lauder and company.
Again, they're trying to get this running game established. Stuber dropped back and looked for somebody to throw to and then immediately ran. I don't know if it was a design run or not, but he didn't get much on the play. And now they've got a 3rd and 5 here. Another third down for the Warriors.
Ball at the 42. Stuber with 2 men with him. He wants to throw. Looking right side, he's going to be incomplete, trying to hit his near side receiver, Elliott Ross. And that ball was touched for a moment in the hands and on the turf almost immediately as Hunter Brusso was in coverage.
Threw a bullet over there to Ross, and that was catchable there. That's the 3rd drop pass of the night.
And now it is 4th down again, and we'll see if Stuber's going to drop back and punt this one. Ball's at their own 42-yard line. You would imagine he would punt this one away, and now Jalen Thornton drops back to return this sucker. It's 4th and about 4, and they almost block it. Elvington almost had a hand on it. Thornton's going to catch it at the 24, makes a move. He's up the left hash, and now the middle of the field escapes another tackle. Now he's got the corner on the far side, 50, 45, and knocked out of bounds on the bottom side of the field at the 35-yard line. There's a flag back near where Thornton caught it around the 36-yard line, and this is probably going to be against Howe.
It's a good return there by Thornton. I tell you, that we said every week, but that kid has got so much speed and it's just so electric when he gets the ball. And holding against the Bulldogs, so that'll
set him back. First penalty against Howe tonight?
I believe so, yes.
It's a good start. 3:11 on the clock here in the first. Howe with a 21-0 lead.
And here's your stat here, Monty. The Bulldogs came in averaging 20 points a game, and they already have 21 in the first quarter.
Man. Yeah, they've been holding out on us in pre-district, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we did mention that their horses are back on the field for the first time all together, and that sure helps. Now the ball's going to be placed back at the 26-yard line. A spot foul from the 36 is where the hold took place. Caroline Slauson. How's it going down there? Our Night Furniture sideline reporter.
Oh, she's talking again.
Well, there you go. I'm sorry.
No, it's going really good. Coach Simmons just came up to me and he goes, man, I don't know what that pregame was, but I said, well, it's really funny because the referees were getting upset because they were getting anxious. How it took too long to come out.
Here's a handoff up the middle to Brandon Williams, and the ball just came out. And I believe Williams was able to get back on it, or someone from Howe.
Helpenstell.
JC Helpenstell. So the ball will roll back. Williams had a couple yards, but the ball rolled back, and essentially no gain, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, had probably about a 4 or 5 yard gain. I think rolled back 4 yards right into the right there where JC Helpenstell was able to pick it up and just run.
You know things are going right when you fumble and you get it back.
Yeah.
And they fumble and you get it. just one of those games so far. Haley in the gun, 2 receivers to either side. Williams in the backfield with him. Williams gets the hand, shakes a defender, and he'll bounce it in the middle. They're on the right hash, and he gets towards the middle of the field. Maybe a yard, maybe 2, maybe a yard. 22, let's see, 26-yard line.
Trying to get this running game going. They've done well with Thornton so far. Thornton's the leading receiver, or leading rusher. Brandon Williams trying to get some yards here on the ground, but only at 1 yard that time.
3rd down and 9. Haley in the gun. Really the first time Howe's been in this situation. Wants to throw deep down the field, looking for a receiver, and he overshoots Wyndon by a good ways. And Wyndon gives a little shove, and now a late flag comes in as Wyndon gave a push to the safety. Something happened out there, and a little push from Wyndon on the defensive back, Jackson Aldine. Or no, is that right? Abbott. I tell you, I'm Mr. Magoo, right?
I think it was Abbott, I believe. But that ball was way over the head of Wyndon, not even catchable, and yeah.
That's a dumb penalty.
Wyndon just pushed him at the end. No need necessary to even do that.
Yeah, there was absolutely no need for that.
And that'll be 4th down here for the Bulldogs.
Personal foul against Howe. They'll back it up. They were already not in great field position here. You hope this isn't a swing portion of the game.
Exactly. This could change the field position game.
It certainly will change the field position game. As now Howe's going to have to punt with the ball being snapped at the 14-yard line.
And you have Jarrell Stewart, who is a dangerous returner for the Warriors.
So Thornton back to punt. He stands at his own 3-yard line. A good snap, and the punt's a pretty high kick, a pretty good kick. Stewart back on the own side of the field at the 45-yard line and hit immediately. And man, what a kick that was! And Stewart was met and popped and could not get it past the midfield stripe.
I'm telling you, Jalen Thornton is underestimated punter. That one had some real good hang time and good coverage downfield by the Bulldogs there to keep Stewart with maybe a 3-4 yard return there up to the 49-yard line. Still decent field position because of the penalty by the Bulldogs, but good coverage there by the Bulldogs on punt coverage.
Put a star by that punt right there in that play in this situation. Backed up deep in your own territory. You just knew you were going to give up great field position, and to be able to push Bonham back to their own 49 is a miracle within itself. 1st and 10, Stuber, and he's going to run straight up the middle looking for some room, and popped up the middle and falls forward for a couple of yards. Not much doing there. 1:34 and rolling here in the first quarter. Howe with a 21-0 lead.
Stuber is trying to put this game on his back as far as running the ball. He's running up the middle, but that interior line there of Atkins, Ing, and Bearden are having none of it so far.
2nd down and 8 coming up for Bonham. And you hear the what do they call that song? Tomahawk
chop, yes.
2nd down and 8 for Bonham, and their tomahawk chop. 1:04 on the clock. Handoff. Ross trying to find near side, has his legs taken out from under him by Jalen Thornton on defense, and enough for maybe a couple of yards. Going to set up a 3rd and 5 for Bonham.
And Thornton just a little slow to get up there as he took the legs out from Ross. And that's one small guy hitting another small guy, but Thornton may have had a knee to the head or something.
Let's give the Howe coaching staff and teachers a lot of credit. 78 out of 80 passed the 6 weeks, so no losses on varsity. Here's a swing out pass, incomplete. Couldn't tell whether he was trying to hit Gerald Stewart right there, or maybe it was Dustin Sewell. They were both in the area.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to hit Stewart and just overthrew him, but Sewell was right there almost to make the catch on the backside. 4th down, right?
Yes.
4th and 5. Bonham looks like they might be going for it. I mean, you're at the point now where you're down 21. Clock is at 25 and it's stopped. They're going to go for it. 4th and 5 on the Howe side of the field at the 46-yard line. Stuber drops back, looks over the middle. It's going to be caught on the left hash, close to a first down. Stewart has it and gets not a great spot. The Bonham crowd is not going to like the spot. He's a yard short.
Good tackle there by Jalen Thornton to bring him down. I think he's short of the first down, and they're not going to measure that. Ball goes over on downs to the Bulldogs.
I think we are going to get a measure.
Are they going to measure it?
I think Carson Grogan says they're going to measure it.
There's some kind of timeout in the field, but I don't see the sticks coming out.
Well, I'll tell you what, we better take one. I don't think there is a timeout. Okay, turnover on downs. Howe has the ball. Here we go.
Good stop there by the Bulldogs.
17 seconds on the first quarter clock. We've had 10 possessions so far in the game. We're in the first. Here we go again. Howe moving right to left, still in the first quarter, up 21-0, with the ball at their own 42-yard line. Jones is in for Wyndon, and Haley's going to throw it out right side on the screen play to Harmon, who's got a lot of room down the far sideline. 40, 30, 20. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. He got a great block on the edge. It sprung him. One-play drives tonight for the Howe Bulldogs. 58 yards.
You get these playmakers in space and get some good blocking, and they got some speed. Harmon, Thornton, all those guys. Harmon right there able to spring free and go for the distance for the touchdown.
Howe making a statement in the first quarter.
Harmon with the second receiving touchdown of the season.
Flores on for the PAT. Haley to hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And we have a 28-0 game. We just thought we were getting out of the first quarter. 5 seconds left. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Just about ready for our Tech Wave kickoff. The hit exterior scoring drive recap. Another one-play drive, 58 yards. Austin Haley, his 8th touchdown of the year. This one to Caden Harmon, 58 yards. Harmon did most of the work on the screen pass. And now the Tech Wave kickoff is going to be a fair catch called for by Stuber, I believe, at the 30-yard line. It's not Stuber. Yeah, it is Stuber.
Just got a word from Blizzard. Caden Harmon with that catch there has already got over 100 yards, 101 yards with 2 catches and a touchdown. It's going to be a season high there for Caden Harmon. And also, Monty, another shocker in the district. Raines leads Van Alstyne 21-0 in the first quarter.
What?
And Pottsboro leads Commerce 21-0.
Okay. Wow.
Maybe this is Friday night, Friday 13th and full moon. It's not full moon out here tonight, is it?
I don't believe so. Stuber drops back, wants to pass. Deep down the right side, looking for Ross. It's out of bounds and incomplete. Brusso in coverage, and he overshot him. It'll be second down and 10. And that is the end of the first quarter. 28-0. What a quarter it was for the Howe Bulldogs. Man, oh man. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
Well, welcome back. Noah Campbell into the game for Stephen Waldrop. 2nd down and 10 for Bonham as we switch sides, and they run to the east. And Stuber running a little bit better this way. A gain of about 9 yards will set up a 3rd and short. We're just underway in the second quarter. The scoreboard is correct. Howe leads 28-0. Offensive coordinator Nate Lynch making a statement tonight.
Really has, I tell you. And this defense is doing what it needs to do tonight. 2 turnovers and then a 4th down stop.
Ball moves up to the 37, and Stuber's going to run again, right up the middle again. Shakes the tackle of Helpenstell, has enough for a 1st down, still shaking tackles as he, had about 5 tackles missed on that run.
That's going to be something Coach Jay's not going to like with the missed tackles. But other than that, that's been probably the only mistake here the Bulldogs have made, and aside from the penalty by Wyndon earlier. But this team as a whole has done pretty good tonight, offensively and defensively.
You hope if you're a Bulldog fan, Bonham doesn't start figuring out the run here.
Well, so far
they're deep down in a hole, 28-0.
Yeah, they're going to need to start throwing the ball if they're going to have a chance in this game.
And a timeout has been called. We will take 1-2. We'll be right back right after this.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is how you Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad when you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
Man in motion for Bonham as we come back. 1st down and 10. Stuber looks to fire it down for Stewart, and it's going to be caught inside Howe territory at the 34-yard line. He threw a bullet on a rope.
That's the best pass we've seen by Stuber there, yeah. A little out pattern there and got it to Stewart right there as he's going out of bounds. They're going fast now.
Hurry up offense, handoff Ross up the middle, and he's going to fall forward for maybe 4 or 5 yards near the 30 at the 31.
You hope that's not a spark for the Warrior offense. They get a big play like that, they like to go fast.
10:35 on the clock. We're in the second quarter where Howe leads 28-0, an explosion of points in the first quarter for Howe. As Stuber stands in shotgun formation, low snap, he digs it out. He's going to take off up the middle, dragging Jackson Adkins, and now Noah Campbell will bring him down at about the 27-yard line.
That was a bad snap there that threw everything off for about a second and gave Jackson Atkins the time to shed his block and at least slow him down before Noah Campbell finished him off.
Still a gain of 4 will set up a pretty nice situation for Bonham with a 3rd and about 3. Headed towards the east now.
You got to think this is 4-down territory for the Warriors on this end of the field.
Stuber in the gun, Ross to his left. He wants to throw. Throws a swing pass out to the right over the head of his wide receiver. That's Cade Bowser. It falls incomplete, and again, it's 4th and 3. If I'm Bonham, you got to think, man,
you need something.
Running the football has been pretty good. You'd think on 3rd and 3, if you could just set up a 4th and 1, but instead they throw the football, and now they have a 4th and 3.
Yeah, they're kind of lost right now. They've had that one play there to Stewart. That's about the only positive play they've had tonight. 4th down and 3.
Going for it here in Howe territory at the 27. Stuber wants to throw, setting up the screen in the middle. He's hit immediately. Noah Campbell with a dramatic tackle in the middle of the field on Ross. He goes nowhere, and Howe has a turnover on downs. What a play by Noah Campbell.
Campbell just waiting for Ross right there. Ross got the ball in the screenplay, and as soon as he got it, Campbell, he said, just come into my arms, baby, and I'll just bring you down.
So there's 9:33 on the clock, and Howe's going to get the ball at their own 27-yard line. Let's check down with Caroline Slauson. How's it going down there? I do have her.
After last week's game in the non-sportsmanship, these two teams are playing. I don't know if the coaches talked to Coach Jay this week, and he's kind of talking about how they're going to clean that up. And these teams are playing how they should.
Well, they have great leadership, and we'll let you tell a story from a week ago here in a few moments. 9:33 on the clock. Left to right goes Howe. First time in the second quarter, and they throw a swing pass out right. And Thornton, you hope it was an incomplete pass because the ball went on the turf, and
it was.
Jordan Jones had to go back and recover it, but they blow it dead. It's incomplete, 2nd down and 10. That's one of those screen passes that you got to put some mustard on that too. You got to have a strong arm to throw that screen pass.
Yeah, he's throwing from he is throwing from the right hash mark over to the numbers, and so yeah, you got to put that on a rope. Get that there a little quicker.
2nd down and 10. Howe from the right hash in their white tops, black pants. Haley wants to throw again, and he's got a wide open Jordan Jones, and you can kiss him long gone goodbye. It's touchdown time in Texas.
My word.
73 yards, and no one was within a country mile of Jordan Jones.
It was a slant, and he got behind the coverage. I think there was a mix-up there in coverage, a blown coverage there by the Warriors. And, yeah, there wasn't nobody even close. And he was able to just go off to the races and nobody able to touch him. It's another long touchdown for the Warriors, or for the Bulldogs.
You know what? We saw 73 points here last time we were here. My goodness.
Something about this stadium.
Haley to hold, Flores to kick. The PAT is up and good. Hey, give Haley a lot of credit there. That was a bad snap. He somehow fielded it, put it on the tee. House got a 35-0 lead with 9:16 left to go in the second. Yeah, that's right. We'll be right back right after this.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
The Tech Wave kickoff is up, and it's going to be caught at the 27-yard line coming up the right hash now, middle of the field, brought down by Noah Campbell. No, he escapes the tackle of Noah Campbell and comes middle of the field to the 45. So a nice return by Elliott Ross to the 45-yard line where Bonham will start. That's your Tech Wave kickoff, your hit exterior scoring drive recap. There's been a lot of these. They like this. 2 plays, 77 yards, and another Haley's Comet, this one to Jordan Jones, 77 yards, or 70, Yeah, 77 yards. 73 rather, sorry. 73 yards.
And that is Haley's third touchdown pass of the night.
9th of his young career.
Man.
So here's Bonham with 9:08 on the clock. And this is Stuber running right up the middle, maybe for a couple of yards, maybe one, up to the 46. They'll mark him at the 47.
Stuber again with the quarterback run up the middle. And that's pretty much been him and Ross trying to find something here in the run game.
We have a Carson Daniels spotting. He's in at linebacker for Helpenstell. And Stephen Waldrop back into the game at linebacker. 8:38 on the clock, rolling here in the second quarter. Bonham is going to hand off to Ross, being chased down, but he escapes the tackle. He's got a lot of speed. The freshman has some quickness, and he's going to pick up 5 yards there on the Howe side of the field to the 47.
Waldrop came on the blitz there, was trying to either tackle either Stuber or Ross there, and Ross got the handoff and went around the right side, and Waldrop tried to stay with him, but Ross left him in the dust.
Bonham's best quarter of the year is this second quarter. They've scored 39 of their 106 points on the season in this quarter. Now Ross comes from the backfield to the left wing, and whistles blow, and a timeout's been called by Bonham. We'll take one, too. We will be right back right after this timeout.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
Signs of life from the Bonham crowds on that play. One of the first times tonight as Stuber runs for a first down right up the gut. And here comes Bonham pretty fast. And there's a swing pass out near side to Bowser. And it appears that Anthony Louder is down, and he is, Arturo Louder. I'm calling him Anthony. Anthony's coming years later.
Yeah.
Arturo Louder is down, and he is kind of grabbed at his knee a little bit when he went down.
Coach Jay's coming out to check on him.
So the ball will be placed at the 32-yard line. So a nice pickup there.
Bulldog defense needs to stay strong here. You talked about 39 points in the second quarter. Maybe this is where Bonham has shown they make their adjustments.
While we're no, he's going to get up. There we go. You know, it's this golden rule. Every time you say, well, we're going to take a timeout, they always pop up.
It's like they hear you.
That's what you want to do is just automatically go say, we're going to take a timeout, because they always pop back up, and you know they're okay. So
and Louder,
that's a good way to do it.
And he trots off the field. So
that's good to see. So here we come with Bonham, second down, and we're going to call it about 5 at the Howe 32-yard line. Stuber in the gun, Ross to his right, and he's going to hand off to Ross. The big seam up the middle being chased down by Matthew Bearden. Breaks the tackle of Thornton down the sidelines and finally tackled at about the 12, I believe, by Jordan Jones.
A draw at the middle to Ross, and we finally see the speed of him when he gets in the open field, and kid can fly.
Gain of 20, and here comes Bonham quickly to the line of scrimmage. Stuber on the swing pass near side. Bowser has it, escapes the defender. He's got the 5, brought down hard right there by Caden Harmon. And now a flag comes in late. And apparently it's going to be on Bonham.
Kid, does he not have a helmet?
The Bonham coaching staff is over there quickly to try to get things under control.
Dustin Sewell doesn't have a helmet, and coaches are trying to get him under control.
He's not happy about it either. His helmet, he's saying his helmet got ripped off. And Coach Fish is saying, hey, get back over there. Meanwhile, the ball is at the 5.
Yeah,
at the moment.
And that was just a quick swing pass there to the receiver, and the Warriors trying to go fast after these big plays, that long run there by Ross, and they try to move quickly here, see if the Bulldogs, as the Bulldogs were on their heels.
So is this going to be against Howe, or is this against Bonham? There's no indication yet, but the official is
talking to Coach Fish,
and he's standing like he's about to, go half the distance to the goal right here. The way he's indicating the line judge. The officials, while we're doing this, we'll give the officials tonight. They're out of the Dallas chapter, I believe. Bob Clark is the referee. The umpire, Brian Range. The back judge is John Selmeyer. The line judge is Travis Sinclair, and the head linesman is Jeffrey Glidden. I'm going to say that's Brian Bunge is the umpire, and not Brain.
He actually told me what his name, how to pronounce his last name, and before the game I couldn't tell you how to do it right now. I totally forgot.
I'm gonna give.
It was weird.
I'm gonna give dibs to Carson Grogan here, who wrote out the referees, and he wrote Brian Brain. I like that. Brain.
Brian Bunge is what it says on our card that
Caroline sent us. Caroline, while we're waiting on the officials to sort this out, maybe I should have done this a moment ago because maybe they're getting it under. Talk to us about what you saw last week with the officials.
Yeah, guys, last week we saw a lot of the official, not calling plays that we thought we should have and sportsmanlike, things like that. And Howe was doing the same thing. There were 2 different points where Coach Jay really got into the guys about their unsportsmanlike conduct, how we don't play like that, and also to the referees, that they should call plays. If you were down in the stands, even if you wherever you were, you probably heard him. He was fired up. He was ready to go. But I got to tell you, not one time did he say one cuss word. Not once. Not the whole night. Both times he was getting angry and getting in their face about things. And that's to go, shows how classy he is. But all these coaches really are just great leaders and great for these boys.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Pretty good self-control.
It is. It really is. So here is the call is going to be against Bonham. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Warriors. So they had a good situation at the 5-yard line. So it appears that they're going to be back at the 20. It appears.
And they were moving the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. 7:07 on the clock, meanwhile, here in the second quarter. Howe leads 35-0. And the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line, just as we thought.
I heard, guys, what happened was number 17 on Bonham threw a punch to Howe. But the umpire said he missed. So.
All right, well, good. All right, ball at the 20. Here we go, 7:03. Now the clock starts winding, under 7 minutes. It is second down and 18 for Bonham. Stuber in the gun. Stewart in motion from left to right. And they want to look that way. Under pressure, Brusso. Middle screen to Ross. Breaks a tackle. He's got some room. Middle of the field, 5. And he's going to be close to the touchdown, but down at the 1-yard line. A beautiful middle screen.
It really was. You kind of let the defensive line come in and then try to get there to the screen. And here they go quickly again. Get to the line.
A lot of pressure from that edge, and he beat it. Here's Stuber from the gun. Handoff. Ross, right tackle. No indication.
I think
he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. No gain. Second down and goal coming up from the 1. The previous play, Stuber had lots of pressure coming in his face, and I think it was either Waldrop or Brusso on the left edge. He had to get rid of it and barely got rid of it on the middle screen to Ross. So here we go with second down and goal from the 1. Stuber in the gun. Ross to his right. Stuber, he's going to try to keep it over left guard. He's in. Touchdown Bonham for the first time tonight. 6:02 on the clock here in the second quarter. This very long football game has seen 42 or 41 points to this point, but 35 of them are Howe's.
Well, Bonham finally getting on the board there. Got the quarterback sneak, or Stubert, got it from shotgun and just waltzed in, and Warriors able to march the ball down the field on that drive and finally get on the scoreboard here. Still down 35-6.
Reinhardt to try to push this PAT through. Stubert to hold. It's on the tee. Reinhardt's kick is just as good as Flores. 35-7, our new score here at Warrior Stadium in Bonham, Texas. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
Welcome back. We're just about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. The hit exterior scoring drive recap for Bonham. It was 7 plays and 45 yards. No, I take that back. 55 yards. And it was a 1-yard touchdown by Brent Stubert that punched him in. And Bonham's on the board for the first time tonight, 35-7. And we have 6:02 on the clock here in the second quarter. Your Tech Wave kickoff is in the air. Reinhardt boots it. It's going to go out of bounds. And a flag is down, obviously. Harmon was in pursuit of the ball, but wisely just let it hit about a yard out of bounds.
It'll be good field position for the Bulldogs here with 6:02 left here in the first half.
You think it will be here for a while tonight?
At this rate, yeah. There's something about this field, I guess. I guess it's the turf. Maybe it's the turf. A lot of points always scored on this field.
73 points we saw Van Alstyne score here last year. Mm-hmm. And Bonham put up 68.
Mm-hmm. Like a basketball game.
So, Bulldogs coming back out on the field. Now we have a player checking into the game who is 6'7", 390 pounds, playing nose guard for Bonham.
Lappin's going to have his hands full.
And here's Haley. He's going to hand off. Jalen Thornton shaking, juking, jiving at the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. And he looked like Tony Dorsett for a moment there. And he gets up slow.
And Thornton got that outside run. Yeah, he's shaking and baking there, trying to make somebody miss. At least he was able to get a 5-yard gain on that one. We said Thornton's the leading rusher on this team, and he's shown that tonight so far.
So he and Williams in the backfield here. Haley going under center. 2nd down and 5. And Bonham may have jumped off. Haley going deep ball down left side, looking, and that's going to be another flag, you would think. Looking for Wyndon on the far side, and there's your flag. So Haley, with an immediate notice that he got a free play, went air ball left side looking for Wyndon, and that drew the pass interference.
Yeah, and I think McFarland, who was the nose guard we talked about, just subbed in, was the one who jumped off sides. And yeah, good job, good awareness by Haley to go long there to Wyndon, and then also to draw the pass interference by the Warriors.
Guess you take the better of the two. We'll see what happens here.
Surely you take the pass interference.
Yep. So that'll move the sticks into Bonham territory to the 45. So now, on the plus side of the field, Howe with a fresh set of downs, 5:23 on the clock, leading 35-7. We're just in the second quarter. Holy smokes. Haley under center, and a slot T look, wing T look, and this is going to be a handoff to Thornton. And he's got 3, 4, close to the 40, and it takes 10 Warriors to bring him down at the 42-yard line.
I like the variety of this offense here. They're not always in the shotgun. That time they went under center. Sometimes they're, like as you said, they have a slot T formation.
That was a wing T look.
Wing T there. And so different looks there, and they're moving different players around. They put Thornton sometimes in the slot. He's in the backfield. Harmon sometimes in the backfield.
2nd down and 6, and now they'll go back to shotgun with Williams standing to his right. 3 receivers on the left, and 1 down here at the bottom is Waldrop. 4:43 and rolling. And now they got the play, and now Williams will move over on the other side of Haley to his left side, now back to his right side. Musical chairs in the backfield. Handoff, and whistles will blow before this one can get underway, and must have been delay a game.
Too much movement. Wasn't looking at the clock.
A lot of action going on there. Williams bouncing over from one side to the other. You didn't really know a
lot of window dressing.
Yeah. So now that'll back it up to 2nd down and 11 as the ball moves back to the 46-yard line. 3 receivers up top, 1 at the bottom is Waldrop. Howe moving left to right. White tops, black bottoms, black helmet, dressed in black numerals. Handoff Williams. He's got to bounce it backwards, and he's going to get slung backwards, and there's a flag down, and Williams is driven backwards about 15 yards. But there's a flag down. We'll have to check that.
You got wrapped up pretty quickly there by number 55, the linebacker. And I wonder if this is a face mask on – that's what I thought, but they're going to call a holding.
It's going to be a holding call against the Bulldogs. They'll decline the penalty since it was a big loss. Or rather, no, they're going to take it. Okay. I thought I saw him say decline.
Yeah.
I thought that couldn't be right. They did decline.
I saw the decline too. So that's going to bring. Is that the down marker says 2nd down? They still haven't picked up the flag either.
I'm a little confused. So it's going to be 3rd down instead of second down and what would have been about 24. They're going to go with 3rd down and about 14.
Interesting.
Haley, yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah.
So Haley in the gun on 3rd down and 14. Ball at the 49. Haley's flushed out of the pocket. Now looking deep down the middle of the field for Thornton, who had it for a moment and then dropped it. He wants a flag, not going to get it. It would have been an outstanding catch by Thornton, but we have a defender down, and I believe that may be Stewart. No, it's not Stewart, but he gets back up. The safety for Bonham. And now it'll be 4th down and 14. So it turns out John Fish made the right call by declining the penalty. Huh?
Yeah, instead of being 2nd and 20, 25, it had been 3rd and 16 and ended up paying off for him, yeah.
So last time Jalen Thornton punted the ball, it was a good one, and it got Howe out of trouble. He'll do it again as he'll stand at his own 39-yard line. And now whistles and timeout will be called before this one can get underway. Howe called it. We will take 1-2. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Wow, this game's getting boring, Justin.
Wow. Not when the Bulldogs are winning. I'll take a slow win with the Bulldogs winning over anything.
3:58 on the clock here in the second. Thornton to punt this one away. It's a low end-over-end kick that goes right out of bounds. That's not a great kick, but it didn't need to be, as Bonham still trapped deep in their own territory near the 30-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
You know, one of those interesting timeouts they took, they had 2 timeouts left, and there's 3:54 left in the first half. I wonder if they would have kept that timeout, get them a stop here, you know, call a couple of timeouts, and maybe have a chance to get the ball back before the end of the half.
I'll tell you one thing that I know. John Fish and Bill Jailing are good friends. There's not going to be a run-up of the score on anybody because both of them have that kind of respect for each other.
Right.
First down and 10, right to left, and this is going to be Stuber faking the hand, drop back, throwing it deep down for Bowser, who makes the catch on the Howe side of the field at about the 47 and drugged down at about the 36. Big play for Bonham.
And again, they're going to go fast right down the seam there and loft it in. Good touch there by the quarterback, by Stuber.
And here is Ross around the left side. He's got some room before he's pile driven by Harmon to the turf hard at the 27.
Again, they went quickly there. Louder, who's back in the game. Good to see him back after that injury earlier. Ross with the speed of his, trying to get to the outside. And Louder and Harmon converge on him.
Now the Blizzard's got to be having trouble. 9-yard gain, second down and 1. Stuber wants it. Bonham going quick. He's going to run straight up the middle. And he's looking for a seam. Got a first down. Straight up the middle of the marks to the 20-yard line.
Got the first down, first set of downs. Clock is moving, 3:10. And this Warrior offense, these last couple of drives, the last drive and this drive, they're starting to get a little bit more comfortable here. A little bit more of a rhythm on offense.
Stuber and Ross in the backfield. Sewell split out wide to the near side. Stuber looks back. Now throwing it to Sewell, and it's incomplete. And he was actually trying to hit Stewart, who came across. And 2:52 remaining here before half, and it's going to be second down and 10.
Well, they got quick here. Now they've started to slow it down, and maybe the best thing for the Warriors kind of slow it and make important decisions here in the end of the half. You get you a touchdown right here, and you're down by 21, and you're still got a whole half of football left to play.
Fifth play of the drive for the Warriors. Moving right to left at the Howe 20. Stuber. He's going to run it again, this time over right tackle, and he's got about 3 yards, or 4, to the 16.
Stuber and Ross, a nice little 1-2 punch here, running the ball. Again, they only had 8 yards rushing last week, so they're trying to establish that run game. They've done a little bit better job here tonight.
Will Fleming checks into the game for Jaron Eing at nose guard. 2:29 on the clock. It's rolling. And Bonham's starting to take a little bit of time now getting the play in. Catching their breath a little bit, perhaps. Third down and 5. 2:19 and rolling. Stuber in the gun. Wants to run up the middle. Not much doing there, and he's drugged down hard. Jackson Atkins.
Atkins and Helpenstell in on the tackle, both of them. Right there clogging up the middle, Helpenstell meeting the hole. And this is a big fourth down here for the Warriors. 4th and 5 as we are under 2 minutes.
Would you dare put an automatic 3 on the board? You got a great kicker, but down by too much, I would imagine here. $1:46 on the clock, going for it, 4th and 5.
They need points.
Stuber and everybody looks over to the coaching staff on the sidelines for the play. On 4th down and 5, they're trying to get the exact play.
I suppose they don't call a timeout here.
1 second on the play clock, and they do call a timeout. We will get one in as well, and we'll be right back right after this timeout.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. The Dogs coming back out on the field. Bonham's still talking about it. 4th and 5, whatever you got up your sleeve, you're going to show it right here. If you got a play to run, some kind of a reverse halfback pass, anything and everything is what you got to be ready for on the defensive side of the ball.
And Coach Fish is offensive. He's been an offensive coordinator for us, so this is his game right here. This is his niche.
They're opting for 3 points here. Reinhardt's going to try to attempt this 32-yard field goal.
You watch for the fake here.
From near the right hash, Stuber to hold. It's on the tee. Reinhardt's a banging line drive kick is no good. And they come up empty with 1:23 on the clock before the half, and Howe's 35-7 lead will hold.
That's going to be interesting when at the end of this game, whether they win or lose. That'll be something to look at back for, or if they lose especially, that's going to be something for Coach Fish to look back at. Is if could you have gone for 4th and 5 there and try to get the points instead of going for 3 and then you come up empty.
You know, we mentioned that it's an automatic 3 points from Reinhardt. That's just rare for him.
It really
Such
was.
a really good kicker. So now, Justin, we're on the second side of the sheet. Not that anybody at home really cares, but we're not even to half, and I'm having to flip the sheet, so here we are in this kind of situation again. Howe with the ball. 1:23 to go. I'm going to run out of room. I only have 30, drives? We're at 16. Here's a handoff over left tackle, and good for about 5 yards. Is that Harmon?
Liz Thornton with the
It was
run.
Thornton with the run. Haven't seen Harmon out of the backfield yet tonight. Howe started at the 20, now up to the 25, and this is Thornton again, left side, on the far side, another 5 yards, and it looks like a first down for Howe.
And the good thing is he got out of bounds there, so you got under a minute to go. I thought he got out of bounds. There's not stopping the clock. And you've only got one timeout. And now they're stopping the clock.
No, the clock's still rolling. 39, now it stops. About 12 seconds ran off the clock there. At least 12 seconds ran off the clock.
And I think the official's trying to get him to put some time back on there. So Thornton got the run, went out of bounds on the far side. Well, I thought he went out of bounds and close to the first down marker. I don't know if they haven't signaled whether he got the first down. And the clock kept rolling.
51 seconds. There we go. So they put 11 seconds back on the clock, and here's Howe with a fresh set of downs at the 30. One timeout in their pocket, 51 seconds to go. They're going to get the ball back to start the second half. You can put it almost away with a score right here. Haley is going to hand off to Thornton. Left side, trying to escape. Does for a moment. Another 11-yard gain for Thornton, and we're at 43 seconds. Clock will stop momentarily to move the chains.
Again, they're trying to go fast. That stretch run there by Thornton. They've made a living off that here tonight. Got the first down. Here we go again.
Haley in the gun. 38 seconds. Man in motion is Thornton. They fake it to him. Deep ball down the left side. Looking for Wyndon. And it's going to be caught at the 27. Wyndon down the sidelines to the 10. And slung down there. A nice catch by Wyndon over the shoulder down the left sidelines. 27 seconds on the clock. They'll move the sticks inside the 10 to the 9.
Nice catch by Wyndon. Even better throw by Austin Haley. I mean, he put that right there over the shoulder, right in the breadbasket there for Wyndon.
25-24. Howe trying to punch it in before the half. And now whistles will blow before this play can start.
Now will they use their timeout?
It may be an injury timeout as the Bonham cornerback got up a little bit gimpy, or maybe a lot gimpy, and now he's not even up. He's down at the 1 yard line. So an injury timeout, which means we're going to take a quick one. All right? We'll be right back right after this.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
our Night Furniture sideline reporter. Caroline, you were right there, saw the injury, saw the big catch. Tell us about it.
Well, guys, I was actually on the other side of the field, saw the big catch, so I wasn't down here quite when the injury happened. Unfortunately, I don't know. All I know is the kid got up and walked off, so that's good.
That's good. That's good. It's a great throw by Haley a moment ago. Has Howe set up in this position with a 1st and goal at the 9. 15 seconds on the clock. And now we're ready to go. Okay.
There we go.
I thought a timeout had been called. So another time, so an official time. So the clock was rolling there, and it should not have been. Apparently, that it stopped right now at 9. Coach Jay's a little upset about something over there. Pointing.
I'm not 100% what was going on, but one of the referees had their hand on Colby Lapin back.
Like not snapped the ball yet?
Something like that.
While the clock was running.
And then, trying to hear what Coach Jay.
So, timeout call by Howe. And I bet that's not a timeout that Coach Jay didn't want to have to take.
Probably not real happy about that one. There's 9. The clock is at 9 right now, and apparently they're not going to put any more time on it. So we understand from Carson Grogan that they want 20 seconds back on the clock. But right now it still says 9, and now he's signaling up there.
Yeah, 20.
2-0. Put 20 seconds on the clock. But it cost Howe a timeout there. That whole thing cost.
Yeah.
I mean, they signaled anyway that it was a timeout against Howe. And it shows still on the scoreboard, well, it shows that Howe has none, and Bonham still has 1 timeout. There's 20 seconds on the clock.
So let's reset. We had a long pass down by Wyndon. Wyndon went down. We had an injury
Haley
timeout. The clock went down when it wasn't supposed to. Howe has to spend a timeout, and they put 20 seconds back on.
Yeah.
And Bulldogs have 1st and goal at the 9.
Here we go. And Haley is in the gun, and now we're ready to go. Clock is at 20, and now it starts. Hand off. No, Haley is flushed out of the pocket. Wants to throw. Escapes. Throwing in the end zone. Incomplete. Back of the end zone for Thornton. Nothing doing, and Howe's going to have another shot at it right here.
Good job by Haley to avoid pressure because he was going down. If he goes down, the clock continues to run. They don't have any timeouts. I'm not sure they get everybody back to spike the ball, but he was able to just to get away from the shoestring tackle and just throw it over the head of Thornton. I don't know if it was intended for Thornton necessarily or if he was just throwing it away, but either way, it's an incomplete pass. The clock stops with 14 seconds to go, and the Bulldogs can reset and get a play in.
6 ticks ran off the clock. There's 14 left. 35-7, Howe in the lead. And now Haley rolling out right under pressure, and he's going to be brought down at the 22-yard line, and that will be the end of the first half. No chance to stop the clock here as Howe's pushed back to the 21.
That's what they were trying to avoid, and they did avoid last play, but not able to do it that time.
That's the end of the first half. Hey, if you wanted to know about the Howe Bulldogs in District 5-3A, look at the scoreboard, 35-7. This ain't last year's Howe Bulldogs, and this ain't last year's Bonham Warriors. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is how you Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated, Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
I don't necessarily agree with the number of kids and all in the school as to the quality of football players you're going to have. Because when I was a senior in high school, we played Lake Highlands. A guy by the name of Curtis Christian was our head coach at that time, and he came up here from Plano. We were out there working out, and looked up, and here comes all these chartered buses all coming in, you know, and just told me, so what are y'all doing? You get back to doing your calisthenics and all, get ready. So they put their britches on the same way you do. We went out there and played them a tough game, boy.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Welcome to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop Halftime Show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
All right, welcome back here in Bonham, Texas. Bonham High School Bulldogs lead 35-7 here at the half over the Bonham Purple Warriors. I'm Justin White alongside Caroline Slauson. Caroline, you got your breath back here? She had to make the long trek from across the way to up
That's a lot of stairs.
up the bleachers.
Woo. Oh, shape. What a game.
Wow. It's like
where has this been?
I know it's like this Howe offense has been playing possum here. The first 4 games they've
like trick job.
You know, just they're only averaging 20 points a game, I believe. 200 yards or 288 yards of offense coming into tonight, and we'll get the blizzard with the stats from the first half.
Yeah.
But they put up 35 points here in the first half, and they're doing it with a variety of different ways. I mean, they're throwing the ball, they're running the ball. They've thrown to Haley has thrown to 3 different receivers tonight as far as for touchdown.
Yeah, Jalen. Let's see, Harmon.
Harmon,
Williams,
Jones, and Williams.
Yeah.
And then Thornton's had a 2 touchdown run, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Well, it has been so much fun to watch down on the field. I was trying to think, okay, well, I'm gonna really pick out the key players, and there are so many. Caden Harmon making big plays on both sides of the ball. Of course, Austin Haley, Jalen. I mean, it's so much fun down there. It's
fun when you're winning.
Yeah, and you have to think, where has this been?
Well, I'm glad they saved it for now. I mean, for district game or the first game of the district of the season.
I was saying that earlier. I remember you and Monty talking. You know, do these mistakes now. Don't do them in district. And here we are. Yeah. They're doing great.
It is good when you have all your weapons here, all your guys here. Everybody's healthy. Haley come back from basically being out for 2 games. Jones missed last week. I hadn't seen a lot of him tonight, but I think he had the long touchdown catch. Williams has looked good. Obviously, Thornton is doing what he normally does on the ground and catching the ball. Harmon had the catch and run.
Yeah.
Defensively, Jackson Atkins has been disruptive on the defensive line. Caden Harmon again on the made some pretty good tackles. Thornton's made some good tackles. It's just an all-around cliche. It's an all-around team effort. Both sides of the ball are playing really well. Now, I think some things to think about in that second quarter, especially those last 2 drives. Now, the Warriors stalled on that last drive there, trying to kick the field goal for 3 points. They missed it, but they were moving the ball down the field pretty good on that drive, and then the one for the touchdown, they moved the ball on. I'm not sure how many plays it was, but they moved the ball down the field and punched it in. So they made some adjustments. So I think I think for the second half, to think about the keys of the game is you got to keep your foot on the pedal here. You can't let up.
Right.
I think
They seem to be doing a really good job at that. So hopefully the second half will. What we said last week, the third quarter is really good for Howe. So hopefully that'll keep going.
They make the adjustments, because that's another thing that Coach Jay has talked about with the players playing both ways. You don't have time to always make adjustments, because as soon as they're done with defense, they got to get back on offense. So you can't always sit them down and say, "Hey, we need to make this call and make this coverage and make this change, whatever." They're not able to do that during the game, but they can do it at halftime, and so that's why they've been able to be better in the second half of most of the games this season.
Well, Monty said it earlier. Coach Lynch is making a statement here tonight, and he really is. And this offense is, well, like you said, offense and defense are playing great.
A couple of notes that I made here, and then we want to take a break here real quick?
No, we got time.
A couple of notes I made was, like, you think about the first part of the game, Bonham got the ball, they went 3 and out, and then Howe got the ball and went right up the field and scored.
Yeah.
The next drive, Bonham got the ball and they fumbled. And that was the one that was recovered by Arturo Lauder.
Yes.
And then, I think in about 2 plays, maybe even 1 play, Jalen Thornton, I think it was 2 plays, Jalen Thornton on the Wildcat went in for a touchdown, making 14-0. The next drive, Bonham fumbled again.
Yeah, yes.
And then that was when the Bulldogs got the ball and found Brandon Williams down the sidelines there by himself on that one. And so they had and there was another point where they had a turnover on downs, and that's when Harmon scored. So they had three touchdowns by 2 of them being by turnovers and 1 of them being a turnover on downs. They were able to get 3 touchdowns, and that's what that's what teams do. You get you get stops, you get turnovers, and then you make them pay.
Well, you had mentioned this, and I made a note about it. It seems that the offense is finding these guys that are just wide open. They are not being covered at all, and Haley's getting to them, and they're just no problem getting into the end zone. So hopefully this keeps going.
Like I said, you got to keep your foot on the pedal here in the second half. Don't let up. I think you just keep your aggressiveness. And then just play Bulldog football, what you've been doing here tonight.
Absolutely. So we'll take a break, come back with stats from the game, some scores around the area, and we'll get Monty in here to take you into the second half. 35-7 at halftime here at Warrior Stadium. We'll be right back.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
I don't necessarily agree with the number of kids enrolled in the school as to the quality of football players you're going to have. Because when I was a senior in high school, we played Lake Highlands. A guy by the name of Curtis Christian was our head coach at that time, and he came up here from Plano. We were out there working out, and looked up, and here comes all these chartered buses all coming in, and just talking, so what are y'all doing? You get back to doing your calisthenics and all, get ready, so they put their britches on the same way you do. We went out there and played them a tough game, boy.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Welcome back to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop halftime show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
Welcome back to Warrior Stadium, 35-7 here at halftime. Howe on top of Bonham. Some scores around the area. Of course, tonight starts district play. So North Lamar playing Anna tonight in Anna, 7-3 at the half. Anna on top of the Panthers. Denison Yellow Jackets on the road tonight in Princeton, 46-17. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Denison on top of Princeton on the road. Sherman playing McKinney North, a close one in the new stadium.
Oh, yes.
The new stadium. Dang, I'd like to know how that looks. McKinney North on top of Sherman, 39-28 at the start of the half.
Well, that's a high-scoring affair there.
Yeah.
Big one here in our district here, House District, is Rains leading Van Alstyne at the half. That is 21-6, and Pottsboro blowing out Commerce at the half, 56-0. Bulldogs will be playing Rains next week.
Yes, at home.
Yes.
It's we don't have to drive. City View Mustangs playing SNS in SNS tonight. 11 minutes, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. 35-0. City View on top of SNS. Chico Dragons playing in Tom Bean tonight. 22-7 at the half. Tom Bean on top of Chico in that one.
Bells at the half. Del West club leading Leonard 21-14. That game is at the half. Clarksville trails Honeygrove 56-6. That's at the half, and Lindsay leading Celeste 12-7. That's in the third quarter.
The last one I have is Whitewright at Chisholm tonight. The beginning of the second half, 28-18. Chisholm on top of Whitewright.
What else I got? Allen leading McKinney High 35-14. Salina up on Sanger 35-0. Melissa leading Paris 28-20. That's at the half. And you had said the Anna score, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So some good games going on tonight.
There are.
Some very good games. I'm going to bring Blake the Blizzard Burnett in for some stats on the first half.
All right.
Thank you, Caroline.
All right, Blake. What you got?
Well, I did not see this score coming at the half tonight. I don't know about you, Justin, but I did not.
No, this offensive explosion, was not on my radar.
Let's get going into these stats. Quarterback Austin Haley, the freshman's first district game, is 6 of 12 for 272 yards. That's 6 completions for 272 yards. He has 3 touchdowns. He has explosive touchdowns, one to Brandon Williams at 46 yards, one to Caden Harmon at 58 yards, one to Jordan Jones at 73 yards, and a big play at the end of the half, a 46-yarder to Colby Winden as well.
Let me ask you something. I was looking down when that happened. When the Brandon Williams touchdown, did they fake a reverse there, and then Williams kind of went out there on a wheel route almost down the sidelines, or?
They had a reverse with Thornton, and they had like a little jailbreak screen with Caden Harmon, and no one went with Williams. And Colby Winden was also a post in the middle of the field who was also wide open on the play.
So he had two options there to go to.
Two options. They would have both been walk-in touchdowns. Brandon caught it and basically walked in for about 20 yards later. All right, so Jalen Thornton has been toting the ball the most for us tonight at 12 carries, 52 yards. Also has 2 touchdowns when he lined up in Wildcat. He came from the 1 and the 2-yard line in the first quarter. Brandon Williams also adds 4 carries for 21 yards. He does have a fumble, but J.C. Helpenstead was there to recover it for the Bulldogs. And receiving, Jordan 1 for 73, Brandon 1 for 46. Caden Harmon is the only receiver over 100 yards for the Bulldogs at 2 catches for 101. Jalen Thornton adds 1 catch for 7, and Winden at 1 for 46. Standing out on defense tonight for the Bulldogs is basically the whole defense, holding this Bonham offense to 7 points in the half. Leighton Elvington had 7 tackles. Jalen Thornton has 5 tackles and a fumble recovery. Jackson Atkins 5 tackles and a forced fumble. J.C. Helpenstead, the Bulldogs' leading tackler coming into the night, has been on and off the field on defense and even missed a series on the offensive line in the second quarter. Only has 3 tackles so far tonight. Louder, who also got injured in the second quarter, adds a fumble recovery.
I was talking to Caroline earlier. Does it concern you with the last couple of drives that the Warriors had? They had the one they marched down the field, and Stuber ran the ball in, and then they got down and they kind of got bogged down at about the 20-yard line, kicked the field goal. It was no good. The fact they were able to kind of loosen up this defense a little bit, move the ball a little bit better, does that concern you in the second half?
Yes, the way Stuber's been running the ball, he has 13 for 51 and a touchdown. That little quarterback draw that he's running, and they run it like 2 plays per drive every time, and it's getting 4 to 5 yards a pop every play.
It seemed like it wasn't working at first, but as the game has gone on, he's getting a little bit more yardage each carry.
The fact that Bonham does not have a player that goes both ways, and the Bulldogs' whole team goes both ways, we wore down a little bit in the second quarter, I believe.
That could be a concern in the second half too, possibly.
Yes.
Kind of good thing you got out to the big lead.
The big lead was big for Howe tonight. Bonham's quarterback, Bryant Stuber, and every time y'all say his name, I think of that part in Friday Night Lights when they run the Texas stunt at the end of the movie to get the 4 and out or 3 and out. They yell, "Here comes Stuber!"
Oh yeah.
Every time y'all say his name, that's what I think about.
Stuber.
He is 7 of 14 passing for 102 yards. He did not complete a pass until his 7th pass of the night, though, and he's been hitting ever since then.
So he started out 0 for 6.
0 for 6.
Wow, okay.
Jaron Ross, the running back, the freshman, 10 carries, 50 yards, adds 2 fumbles as well. Bulldogs recovered both of those. Has 2 catches and 19 yards on 2 screen passes. One, as you said, Noah Campbell just opened his arms and said, "Let me bring you down."
Yeah, right into his arms there. That kid can once he gets an open field, though, he can fly.
Yes, he can. He's got quick feet. Cade Bowser, 3 catches for 56 yards, and their big-time receiver, Jarrell Stewart, 2 for 27. The Bulldogs have kept him in check tonight.
Yeah, he was a big threat for him last year. Yeah, they've done a good job of keeping him in check.
And Bonham's one standout on defense tonight is Luke Porter with 6 tackles.
All right, so that does it for stats. Adjustments in the second half, I was telling Caroline, one was just keep your foot on the pedal. Don't let up here in the second half. Anything else you could add?
The screen passes have been working for the Bulldogs. I'd be running those. Some more, the jailbreaks. The way Austin Haley's getting them to jump off sides, he's like a young Aaron Rodgers out there to me.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half and go from there. Thank you, Blizzard. We'll take a break here. 35-7, the Bulldogs lead here at the half. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmer's insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
Well, are we there? Hello, there we are. Welcome back. We are still at halftime. We've got about 8 minutes left. We are joined in the booth by our engineer and spotter, Carson Grogan. Carson, how do you like this gig? You like this gig? Is it all right?
Yeah, it's free football, so like, you can't turn it down, right?
Right. Well, you got a couple of weeks, and you'll be on the sidelines. Caroline is going to some concert or something. I don't know what she's doing. She's going to be leaving us, although she's having her nachos right now. So we'll get a nachos report in the second half. But you'll be on the sidelines against Pottsboro. How fun is that going to be?
I'm a little nervous, but I think I'll do a good job. I just got to probably get out there and start doing it. I'll probably just get used to it. Carolina makes it look easy, so.
You know what? You're getting a head start on me because my second year out of high school, I started doing sidelines for the Sherman Bearcats when I was, 20 years old. So look, you'll be a seasoned veteran play-by-play guy at age 45 years old. Hey, let's talk about this game a little bit. Did you expect Howe to jump out to 35 points just like that?
No, not exactly. Heck, all of us before the game kind of predicting the scores. We all had Howe winning, but kind of scoring around 24, 30 points. We didn't expect an explosion like this in the first half.
Yeah, it was, especially when, the Bulldogs went really quickly in that first quarter on their first several drives. The turnovers helped, obviously, when they were able to strip the ball away a couple of times, and we gave our light bulb away, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to try to read in the dark. Howe's first score was an 11-play, 78-yard drive when they went to the Wildcat with Jalen Thornton. And then got a fumble recovery by Louder, which set up another Wildcat touchdown by Jalen Thornton, that time for 2 yards. And then another fumble recovery. I'm not sure who got the second fumble.
Pretty sure it was.
I'm not sure if it was Atkins. I can't remember.
I think Atkins caused it, but I think Thornton recovered.
So Howe capitalized on that turnover as well. This time, only one play, 46 yards, as Haley hit Brandon Williams out of the backfield. And it was a kind of a misdirection play where they faked the hand to Williams. Thornton came around behind him. He faked the hand to Thornton, turned around. By this time, Williams was all alone out of the backfield on a one-play 46-yard drive, and then Bonham had to punt, and then Howe had to punt. We put a star by Jalen Thornton's punt because Howe was backed up deep in their own territory. Thornton had to punt after the big penalty inside the 5, I believe, and boomed one past the 50. So that was a big point. And then Howe took advantage of another turnover on downs and went one play, 58 yards when Haley hit Caden Harmon on a screen pass, and Harmon did all the work, went 58 yards. And Howe took a 28-0 lead with 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. No one expected that.
Nobody.
Now, I mean, the crowd over here was silent. They were all sitting on their hands. It's just we all got caught off guard.
And I'm pretty sure Bonham didn't have a first down till probably with a minute to go in the first quarter. It took them a while to get that offense working.
And when they did, they started moving the ball by running the ball. And Stuber scored on a 1-yard touchdown to cap off a 7-play, 55-yard drive. But that was after another touchdown from Haley to Jordan Jones for 73 yards on a quick end slant where Jones took it to the house and didn't have anybody within 15 yards of him. And he was shot out of a cannon, and it wasn't even close. So we mentioned Stuber cut the gap to 35-7, and that was with 6:02 left to go in the second. And then Bonham came out. And the crucial point, we thought that it was a 4th and 5 situation. We discussed maybe you'd send Reinhardt out there for what's seemingly an automatic 32-yard field goal. And Reinhardt's been so good in that situation. Or do you go for it 4th and 5? They thought about it, couldn't figure it out, called a timeout, decided to kick it, and Reinhardt kicks a line drive and misses. So that backfired on him. So then we flip it on over, and Howe had one last final chance at the end to push it in before points. Now Howe's going to get the ball back to start the second half, which is another key point. But Howe drove 7 plays and went nearly 80 yards, or a little 81 yards, and almost punched it in again right before the half, but were turned away. So an outstanding first half.
Very
and
outstanding.
I think if Howe wanted to make a statement to District 5 3A. So far, they've made a statement in this first half. I think offensively and defensively. Blizzard walks by, and he doesn't have a way to talk to me. I'm like, hey, don't you agree? Howe's making a statement tonight. Howe is making a statement tonight. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
I don't necessarily agree with the number of kids and all in the school as to the quality of football players you're going to have. Because when I was a senior in high school, we played Lake Highlands. A guy by the name of Curtis Christian was our head coach at that time, and he came up here from Plano. We were out there working out, and looked up, and here comes all these chartered buses and all coming in, and just talking, so what are y'all doing? You get back to doing your calisthenics and all, get ready. So they put their britches on the same way you do. We went out there and played them a tough game, boy.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Welcome back to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop halftime show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
Welcome back. We are at the half. The teams are getting close to getting in the tunnel, it appears. We have a nacho review, I believe. Miss Caroline, take it away.
Yeah. Bonham, they can't even get a B for Bonham. that was a D-. They're stingy on their cheese. They're too stingy on their cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin's finishing mine. I mean, y'all know how much I love nachos.
Nothing but crackers in there.
Nothing but crackers is exactly right.
All right. Well, we're just about ready for the second half. One more quick timeout. Quick. We'll be right back right after this.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
Well, here we are, the night furniture sideline. What was that? Our night furniture sideline reporter, Miss Caroline, is heading downstairs. Maybe that's what I heard.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
All right. So the Bonham Warriors back on the field. Howe Bulldogs back on the field. Howe gets the football. Hey, my wife would get a kick out of this. I have 6 Diet Dr. Peppers and 2 waters up here ready for the second half, just in case things get out of hand.
You'll be well hydrated here tonight.
When I was in McKinney, I had my own little personal press box person up there. She worked in the press box, and she would come in almost every time out and hand me 2 Diet Cokes. And by the end of the game, I was just really wired, and so we're almost to that point right now.
It's like when you play golf and you got the little cart lady come through there and bring you a drink, your stuff.
Mary Foyt, I'll never forget her. Sweet woman, Mary Foyt, up in McKinney. I hope she's still up in McKinney, working for McKinney ISD, and all those great people. Sean Pratt, the AD over there. Lots of great people in McKinney. So we're getting ready for the Tech Wave kickoff to open the second half. We've already had 16 drives combined in the game. I only have room for 30, so we're going to have to figure something out. Here is Reinhardt going to pooch kick this one up. Going to be taken at the 22-yard line by Arturo Lauder, who runs backwards. It was taken at the 26, rather, and he's going to lose some yardage back to the near hash as Howe's going to be moving right to left from our vantage point.
Does your drive sheet, does this have the feel of S&S that we had a few weeks ago where you ran out of room and
Yes.
the game felt like it went all night?
No question. Now, I didn't hear the total yardage from the blizzard. I wasn't here. So
I didn't ever get the total. I got individual. I never got total. He may have said, and I may not have been listening.
So one thing is true. Howe has only outgained their opponents twice in the Bill Jailing era, and both times were against S&S. They've got a great chance to do it tonight, one would think. 11:55 on the clock. Howe comes out for the first time in the second half. Man in motion is Harmon. This is going to be a toss near side, and that's Brandon Wood. No, it's Jalen Thornton. He's got a lot of room, and he's in a foot race to the 50. 45, being chased down. 30, you're not going to catch him. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. 77 yards. Caden Harmon had a pancake block, and he sprung Thornton.
They tossed around the left side, tried to get him going downhill. He cut back across the middle of the field and was just in a sprint there, and nobody could catch him. Fastest guy on the field, got to be.
75 yards for Jalen Thornton. And another one-play drive. I can get used to this. And Flores kick, pushed a little bit to the right, but not far enough. It's good. 42-7, 11:41. That drive took 14 seconds off the clock. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
And our Tech Wave kickoff is going to bounce and roll backwards, and it's going to have to be fell on by Elliott Ross back inside the 30. So Bonham is going to be pushed backwards a little bit to start their first drive of the second half. Wow.
Well, we talk about needing to keep their foot on the gas there, and one play, 75 yards, that'll do it.
Yeah, they're really putting their foot on the gas.
They really are.
I mean, they're about to go 88 miles an hour, and ice is about to be on the windows. We're going to end up in 1955 if we don't watch out. Ball at the 30 or 28-yard line of Howe, or for Bonham, rather. And here is Stuber running around the right edge, being tackled by Jackson Adkins at the 36-yard line. So give him about 5, 6, 7 on the carry.
Stuber is not the fastest guy. He's kind of thick down on around his thighs there, kind of a bigger guy, but he's able to find his holes and kind of waits for his blocks to develop, and kind of weaves his way through the offense there. 6-yard gain.
Stuber in the gun, two receivers to the left side. He's going to run it around right tackle, one-on-one, him and Brandon Williams, and Williams will make the tackle, but Stuber's able to pick up 4 yards, enough for the first at the 40-yard line.
And again, our stats here said he was 13 for 51 running the ball in the first half.
Stuber drops back 3 steps, looking deep down the field right side for Ross, and it's overthrown just a step, trying to find Elliott Ross, the wide receiver. Falls incomplete, bringing up second down and 10 with 10:47 to go here in the second quarter. Howe up 42-7.
We've seen the arm of Stuber here a couple of times tonight, and tried to go for the home run ball and just kind of overshot Ross there just a step. But Thornton, or was it Jones, I believe, maybe right there. Jones right there in step for step with him.
Second down and 10. 3 receivers left side at the top. Stuber handoff to the freshman Ross, and he is hit down hard by Brandon Williams. Had his legs taken out from under him, a gain of 1. Ross gets up, though. Again, 135 pounds for the freshman, and he's 5'5". He is not tall, not thick, but he is very fast.
Yeah, you get him in open field, he can run. He tried to juke Brandon Williams out there, but Williams stayed home right there and made a good form tackle there on him. Kept him 3rd and long here.
3rd and 8 to be exact. Stuber in the gun. Ross to his left. 3-step drop, running near side, looking near side, incomplete. Great coverage by Jordan Jones. The ball was just overthrown, sailed a bit on Stuber over the head of Elliott Ross.
I like that they brought Waldrop there for just a little bit of extra pressure as he was coming in there. And Stuber overthrew his receiver. And are they going to go for this, or are they going to do a pooch punt?
I think they're going to move back in punt formation, but whistles blow before this one could get underway, and they had the ball on the wrong yard mark. They had it at the 41, now move it to the 42, as it appears that Stuber is going to drop back to punt this one away, which means Thornton will drop back to return it. And now he does. All of that happens right now. Thornton running back inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. The punt is blocked, and it's rolling now at midfield and down right there, right at the midfield stripe by Elliott Ross, and everything is going wrong for Bonham.
Bulldogs come in there and get a hand on. I believe that may have been Jackson Atkins who came in there and got a big paw up there. We've seen some pressure up there. Oh, hit it off his. Okay, Blizzard just told us they hit off his offensive lineman's back. So we about gave credit to Atkins, but
I like that kid. Let's give him credit anyway.
Yeah. So they hit it off the offensive lineman's back there. So either way, it's a ball goes over to the Bulldogs at the 50-yard line off the ricochet. And great field position here again for the Bulldogs.
Right at midfield, Howe traveling right to left towards the east side of the field. Brandon Williams in the backfield with Austin Haley, the freshman quarterback. 2 receivers up at the top, which appears to be Thornton and Harmon, and Waldrop split out wide out there as well. This is going to be a fake the jet sweep. And Haley throws it down to Brandon Williams just outside and overthrew him by just a little bit, as Williams was able to stretch his left paw out there and get his hand and almost bring it back, but couldn't do it. It falls incomplete, 2nd down.
They look kind of similar to the touchdown catch that thrown to Williams there. Except they faked the jet. I think they faked the reverse earlier, but Williams there was open, just couldn't hit him.
Yeah, different look. We noticed when Brandon Williams came down in the slot type of position. It was a little bit of a different look. We haven't seen that this year. And now he flares out of the backfield. Haley looks the other way, and it's going to be close to going in. It goes in and out of the hands of Harmon, which is dangerous because there was a defender right in the area. That one I saw going the other way for 6. It was scary for a moment, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, if that was overshot Harmon on the screen pass there. And if he would have caught that, he would have got blown up pretty good there.
9:54 on the clock. We're in the 3rd quarter. Scoreboard is right, 42-7. Howe in the lead. Austin Haley in the gun, freshman quarterback, who's having a dandy of a night tonight. 3 touchdowns?
Yes.
Goodness. 3rd and 10. And he's going to hand off this time. No, he's going to be sacked. It looked like he was going to hand it to Williams, but he was brought down in the backfield on a somewhat of a read option look, and now it's going to be punt time for Howe.
Yeah, they didn't really look right from the beginning there, and so Bulldogs will punt.
6-yard loss on the play.
Haley's had pretty good protection here tonight. I mean, there was a sack there at the end of the first half, but other than this last sack here and the sack in the first half, he's had pretty good protection from the hog mollies up front.
Hog mollies.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good one. Thornton's punt is a high kick, wobbly, near side, out of bounds.
Now we'll see the walk up.
That's the walk up to the punter is almost like a blue screen. It's like, no, stop.
Because it went way out of bounds, almost to the track, and so I hadn't seen where he's gonna. Is he marking at the 37? I guess
it looks like the 37. So Thornton's lucky. He got a pretty good spot
really
there.
Did.
Some of these officials, they see something like that and they just go off for a hike. And they start walking back to almost where you punted from. So 9:11 on the clock. here in the third. Ball's at the 37-yard line of Bonham, and they're going to be moving left to right. Decent crowd over on the far side. Not packed by any means. It's a big set of bleachers over there, though.
It really is.
Stubert in the gun. No, this is a wildcat to Ross, and he has a lot of speed outside trying to find the edge. Does for about 5 yards to the 43-yard line. Brought down right there. Ross was the 8th grade quarterback a year ago and had lots of speed, and now he'll go back to the tailback position. So for that moment, we had both 8th graders as quarterbacks in this game.
Right.
Here's Stuber, fakes to the right side, throwing the home run ball deep down the right side. Elvington is right there and almost was in position to pick that one off, but the ball was overthrown a little bit, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Bonham.
Overshot's receiver, Elvington, was looking for maybe a 6th pick of the season there.
And when Elvington gets a pick, usually another one's coming on down the road pretty quickly. He has multiples when he does it.
He had 2 last week against Boyd and had 3 a few weeks ago against S&S.
Luke Jackson and Will Fleming into the game on defense. 3rd down and 5 for Bonham. Snap to Stubert. Looks left, throws left, 1st down left to Sewell, who makes the catch at the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield.
Good protection there by the offensive line for Bonham, and just a good bullet there over there by Stuber.
First time of the second half. Our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson. It's got to be a pretty happy mood over there, I would think.
It's a very happy mood down here, actually, guys. These boys are very encouraging and ready to get this done, go home.
Hand off, right side. Ross trying to find the outside edge on the near side. Makes a move and has enough for a 1st down, and finally slung out of bounds by Jalen Thornton. He was very close to being a late hit, but Thornton slung him out of bounds right at the white stripe and then immediately threw his hands up in the air as if, I didn't mean to. You know, like when you foul somebody in basketball, you all of a sudden bring your hands up. That's what he did.
Like your hand got stuck in the cookie jar, you brought it back.
1st down at 10. Stubert wants to throw. Deep ball, left side. In the front of the end zone, and that one is intercepted.
That Harmon, I think?
Harmon about 7 yards deep in the middle of the end zone, and take away Bulldogs do it again.
I'm telling you, this defensive backfield here for the Bulldogs is a force to be reckoned with. Again, with Harmon back there, Williams, Elvington, Jones, you see at times Brousseau, and Caden Harmon right there in coverage. He saw it all the way, got his head turned around. Coach Jay talked about that, something they've been working with the DBs is getting their head turned around when the ball is up. He looked for it, got the interception, and it was in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. Bulldogs had the ball on their own 20. Another turnover by the Howe Bulldogs.
You know, we were talking to the PA guy here at Bonham, Randy Pendergrass, a friend of mine. He came up during the half and said, man, Bonham just can't get it together. Turnover after turnover after turnover. And we look at the other perspective is how's really creating those.
Yes, they really are.
1st and 10, right to left. Handoff. Thornton spins out of one tackle but can't spin out of another 3 or 4 as he's slung backwards. They'll give him forward progress, but that's a loss of at least 3 back to the 17-yard line.
It's not a good push up front there. He was in I formation. Try to go around his right guard, right tackle, and help it still and Flynn on that right side. And
Thornton checking out of the game as Daniels will check in. Or was that Williams on the carry, or was that Thornton? I thought it was Thornton.
It was Thornton. I'm sorry. It was Thornton on the carry.
But Daniels is into the game. The 2 freshmen in the backfield right now, with Harmon in the backfield as well. Thornton was a little upset after being pushed back by 3 guys. He checks out of the game. Here's Harmon on 2nd down, and he slung backwards a little bit.
Guys, what happened with Thornton just now, that previous play, he was pushed back, but he was grabbed by the shirt from behind, and like a slingshot, he ran forward but was pulled back from behind.
And he got up not happy.
No.
Ball at the 15 after the Harmon 2-yard loss, so Howe all of a sudden going backwards.
Harmon, I think that was Harmon's first carry of the game. He's had some issues with ball security this season. We haven't seen him in the backfield a lot tonight.
Haley and Daniels in the backfield. Daniels just to his right. Haley with his heels touching the 10-yard line. And now Daniels will move from his right to his left. 6:23 on the clock. Screen pass out. The quick hitter, and that one's going to be well read and brought down immediately. And all of a sudden, Bonham taking Howe backwards as Arturo Louder tried to catch the bubble screen there, and he was brought down immediately by the linebacker.
Yeah, good job, good read there by the Warriors there, and Warriors on that, at least on that defensive possession, played with a little bit of an edge there. Got pretty much 3 losses.
Yeah, Howe started at the 20, went back to the 17, back to the 15, back to the 11, and now Thornton's heels are back to the 1 to punt this one away. Low end-over-end kick, going to bounce at the Howe 45-yard line, go straight up, straight down, and going to be killed right there at the 44-yard line, where Bonham will take over on the Howe side.
Pretty decent punt there by Thornton.
5:40 on the clock here in the third quarter. Howe seems content with just getting this one over. Bonham's starting to show a little bit of sign of life.
And again, they gotta stay aggressive here. I know that'll be something Coach Lynch will probably do, is not going to play conservative and continue your same game plan. And defensively, you want to do the same thing. Make sure you're wrapping up on your tackles, staying in your lanes, good coverage.
Bonham, Bonham left to right. From the Howe 45, Stuber wants to throw. Left side, incomplete. Looking for his big, tall wide receiver Sewell out there. And nice coverage by Harmon, but he gets up a little bit gimpy. And Harmon's probably going to have to come off the field. Jackson Atkins checks off as well. Harmon really limping. You got to get him off the field. He's going down. Now he goes down.
Probably a good idea. Just go ahead and go down.
Because if I'm Bonham and I see that kid limping like that, we're going that way.
I'm going at him.
Yes, sir. Timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. We will be right back right after this.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is how you Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
You win the most here.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
Second down and 10, and Ross, the freshman, runs over right guard, good enough for about 6 yards inside the 40 to the 39-yard line as we're at the 5:25 mark here in the third quarter. Howe leading 42-7. And what a statement it's been so far for the Howe Bulldogs.
Yeah, especially offensively. They've come out tonight.
And defensively, really.
They really have, yeah. They've done their job defensively.
Kicking game.
Yeah, it's
hard to find a weakness in this football game, really. Third down and 3. Stuber looking left, throwing left. It's going to be incomplete. Really having a hard time tonight connecting with Stewart. They want to get the ball in his hands. They just haven't found a way to do it. And Stuber has been off all night.
The Stuber to Stewart connection hasn't been there tonight.
Yes.
You know, talking about the kicking game, defensively, offensively, Jason Garrett would be proud. All 3 phases of the game look good tonight.
We're very happy
with
all 3 phases of the game. It was nice. It was good. Next question.
That's the process of winning.
Yes.
All about the process.
It was better with Barry Switzer. The press conferences were a lot better, I'm just going to say.
A lot more exciting.
Here is Stuber wanting to throw, and this is going to be caught by Bowser. He has enough for a first down on 4th down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, tackled by Jalen Thornton.
Well, down 42-7, under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. You had to go for it on 4th down there, and they do convert. And give the Warriors credit; they're still trying to move the ball here.
Fleming into the game for Jaron Ing, as Ing Guess what's wrong with Jaron Ing?
His hat.
His helmet came off. Having issues with his helmet. Stuber is going to run right up the middle, looking for a seam. Is going to be brought down by, that's Luke Jackson, who jumped on the back of Stuber and brought him down at the 26-yard line. Nice job by Jackson, who's into the game, getting some playing time.
Yeah, we don't see Jackson a lot, but he was in there for Ing and came in there and stuffed up the middle.
Luke Jackson. Stuber, 3-step drop, flushed out. Now he's just going to run. Now he throws it, and it's going to be knocked away. He might have been across the line of scrimmage. That was very close. He threw the ball on the run, running towards the line of scrimmage. No flag, as he must have been just behind it. And that ball could have been picked.
Yeah, Bulldogs were bringing an extra man, bringing helping still, and he got flushed out to his left. Still had pretty decent protection, and then overshot receiver, and Thornton and Jones were both there, almost able to intercept that.
Ball at the 26-yard line, deep in Howe territory. Bonham on the move. 3:59 left to go in the third. Third down and 7. Stuber fakes the hand, looking down the field. Got a wide open receiver caught. That's Sewell inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Jordan Jones in coverage. It was a slant right over the middle and a nice rope by Stuber.
And they're going to go fast here.
Ball at the 3. Stuber in the gun, looking right side, throws in the end zone, and that one's going to be caught for a touchdown. Ross makes the catch. Elliott Ross, to be exact.
When they make a big play, they try to go fast, and they did that. They got up to the line quickly after that quick slant, and then quickly threw it over to Elliott, to Ross. And Ross able to secure it and put 13 points up on the board now.
7 plays and 45 yards on the drive for Bonham. And Stuber will hold the PAT with 3:43 left to go in the third. 42-13 for a moment. It's 42-14 with the Reinhardt PAT. New score here in Bonham. Howe's getting the ball back here in a moment, though, and if that's any indication, it won't take them long. They've had 3 one-play drives so far tonight.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Your hit exterior scoring drive recap is 7 plays, 45 yards. It was capped off by a 3-yard touchdown pass from Stuber to Elliott Ross. And our new score, 42-14. 3:43 left to go in the third. Here's Reinhardt's onside kick. It's going to go out of bounds. And Howe's going to have good field position.
That's good by Waldrop. He thought about trying to field that and said, let me just let it go out of bounds instead of me trying to field a ground ball here.
So Carson Grogan's going to be doing sidelines in a couple of weeks, and we're not. Do we need a new theme? I mean, I love Caroline's theme, and hey, are you giving him any pointers? Have you talked to him at all down there?
Yeah. I'm just chock full of advice. No, but on a serious note, I have the pleasure of working with Coach Elvington every day. And so I asked him early in the week, I said, how many picks does Layton plan on getting? Does he just practice this at home? He said that last game, he said, hey, go get us one. And sure enough, he went out and got one.
How about that? 3:43 on the clock. Howe has the ball on the bottom side of the field at the 48-yard line. And this is Thornton again, flag down. Thornton racing around the right edge down to the 30-yard line, but the flag is going to bring this one back.
Yeah, it was in the area holding on the jet sweep around the right side. Thornton in that first half had 12 carries for 52 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Now, we haven't added on that 75-yard touchdown run earlier, so he's going to be well over 100 yards tonight. Going to be, I believe that's his first 100-yard game of the season.
You know, and this football team, so goes Jalen Thornton, so go the Bulldogs.
It really is.
They'll back it up to the 42 on the Howe side of the field.
He's the X factor on this team. I mean, he really keeps the offense going.
So first down and 20 now after the penalty. And this is going to be Thornton trying to bounce around the right edge again, trying to find the corner. Does find the corner, but goes out of bounds. Somewhere over there around the 48, just shy of midfield. And some of the Bonham fans not happy about whatever happened over there.
I wonder if there's some of the Howe fans weren't happy about Thornton. Got around that corner, and Thornton looked like he was going to be caught in the backfield and use that speed. It seemed like he's getting faster and faster as the game goes on. And
so Thornton is out of the game, or for a moment out of the game, as he's grabbing his calf over on the sideline. So hopefully it's just a cramp. It is still hot.
It is.
Weather hasn't turned yet, so maybe, just maybe, it's not something serious. And we just got through mentioning how important he is, and now whistles blow before this one can get underway.
Well, you got Thornton like that. Harmon's still a little gimpy as well.
Got a timeout on the field. We'll take one real quick. Be right back.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
We're at Warrior Stadium, where Howe is facing a second down and 10. Carson Daniels into the game. Haley wants to throw quick in, and it's going to be Gronk. Is that his Gronk?
It is.
Gronk makes the catch near midfield, just shy of a. No, that's not near the. They've got a long way to go because of the penalty. So that picks up a little bit of the yards needed, but they still have 12 to go. Ball back at midfield.
Waldrop, I tell you, during the senior spotlight, he said he likes that nickname of Gronk, and he likes kind of being the safety valve for Haley at times.
Well, he is at times, and right now he's going to line up in the slot with Arturo Louder split out wide right. Williams into the game from the slot, running the jet sweep from left to right. Turns the corner, has some yardage. Not enough for a first down, but he does get to the 44-yard line. So
this will be an interesting call here. 44-yard line. You're about 6-7 yards away.
Our spotter Carson Grogan says, "Punt it, pin them," and it appears that's what how Bulldogs are going to do. Jalen Thornton comes on the field.
Probably a good idea. Go and pin him deep and let your defense do its job.
Getting close to the fourth quarter, 2:04. 2:02 as Thornton punts it away. It's going to be a high kick, going to go deep inside the 10, go out of bounds. So punt it and pin them is what Grogan wanted, and that's what you got at the 8-yard line.
Again, great punt by Thornton. He's done a pretty good job with field position. He had a good one, went off the side of his foot earlier, but for the most part tonight, he's been pretty good. I guess that calf has not bothered him, or at least didn't bother him on that kick. He is kind of walking a little gingerly there as he's going to be on defense.
Now Bonham's got to go 92 yards to punch it in, and they still trail by a whole lot.
Well, they've been doing all these quarterback design runs and getting it to Ross, and they've been pretty successful getting 4 or 5 yards, but they're going to need some big plays here.
I still have 5 Diet Dr. Peppers up here. And I know we got the fourth quarter to go, but I better get busy. Stuber in the gun. That's a pistol, actually. He'll hand off to Ross, who's right behind him, and he's knocked down hard.
Good helping still.
Of course it is.
Tell you, J.C. Helpenstiel, again, another just a textbook tackle right there in the hole. Come in there and just wrapped him up and brought him down. J.C. Helpenstiel is kind of he's the Sean Lee of this defense here. Has a nose for the football, leader of the team. Without the injuries, though, Sean Lee. He's more healthy than Sean Lee is.
Somewhere Van Der Esch is crying. We're at $1:24. Second down and 10. No gain after the Helpenstiel smash. Same formation, pistol. This time they fake it to Ross. Stuber wants to throw deep down the field, left side, wide open is Sewell, who makes the catch. Harmon in coverage, and Sewell brought it down at the midfield stripe. They'll give him progress to the 49 inside Howe territory. Sewell just got away.
Long throw there by Stuber.
And this is Stuber, fakes right, throws deep ball. Wide open is Elliott Ross, and he's going to be hit early by Jordan Jones. And Ross is taking a little time to get up. Now he does get up. He was hit pretty hard. The ball was going to be caught easily by him, and he was all alone, but Jones hit him right before the ball got there.
And I'm okay with that. He got behind Jones on coverage there and was going to catch that ball for a long gain. Instead of being a 30-yard catch, it's only going to be a 15-yard penalty, I believe.
Yeah, that one would have been caught at the 20. So Noah Campbell had great pressure on the quarterback.
So I'm okay with giving up, like I said, 15 yards instead of 30.
Yeah, that's where the old NFL rule would come in to help Bonham right here, because
if it was the NFL rule, then it'd be that may have been just bad coverage and bad play by the Bulldogs. But
so ball at the 34-yard line, and this is going to be a reverse coming near side, played well but escaping the tackle, and that coming near side to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone is Jarrell Stewart on the reverse, 34 yards. As it was a handoff to Ross, who handed it in turn to Stewart coming from the far side. He escaped defenders in the backfield on his way for the touchdown, and it's 42-20 with 37 seconds left to go in the third, awaiting this PAT.
Well, they wanted to get in the hands of Jarrell Stewart tonight and hadn't been able to throw it to him, but on the reverse they were able to get to him and get it on to one of the best athletes on the field.
The PAT, the snap wasn't good, but the hold was good and the kick was good. 42-21, our new score here at Warrior Stadium. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is how you Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
We're about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff, the hit exterior scoring drive recap. We mentioned they had to go 92 yards to score. Well, they did. And they did it on 4 plays. And it was a 34-yard touchdown on a reverse to Jarrell Stewart to cap it off. And our new score, 42-21, with 37 seconds left to go in the third. And you might see another onside here. You did it a moment ago. Why not do it again? But now they bounce out as if they're not going to. And Reinhardt for the Tech Wave kickoff appears that he's going to bang it. And And that was our hit exterior scoring drive recap. And this is going to be Arturo Louder taking it at the 22. He spins out of a couple of tackles to the 32. Or actually, I guess he got it at the 26 and came to the 32.
Well, quick scoring update here on Van Alstyne and Rains. Van Alstyne has pulled back ahead of Rains 22-21. That's in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So Rains was up on him 21-0.
Well, that was a surprising score.
It was.
We weren't expecting Rains to be up.
No.
So now we want to know what happened. Was it turnovers? You never know. It could be in a situation where they just turn the ball over 3 times, kind of like, you remember that Dallas-San Francisco NFC Championship game back in '94?
Yeah.
Same type of deal.
Got hit in the mouth, and before you even know it, you're down 21 points.
So 31 seconds, and Haley wants to throw. Pumps, now goes deep, looking for Wyndon down the field. Flag down, and the ball falls incomplete. Haley was pushed down. He gets up. He's okay. 26 seconds on the clock. We'll check the flag. It was in the area of Wyndon and the defender.
He was trying to go to the slant to Wyndon, pump fake, and then he went long, and right there in coverage was number 13, who we don't have on the.
It's going to be against Bonham, holding defense, which will push the ball near midfield at the 46-yard line.
So move them up and get them a fresh set of downs. This is an interesting position here. Do you try to stay aggressive, or do you try to bleed a little bit more clock here as the
hammer it?
Just keep going, huh?
Hammer it. If they're going to try to score, so are we, I would think. At some point, it's a 3-touchdown game. You still have a quarter left to play.
Really?
Hammer it. Man in motion is Thornton, and they hand it to him, trying to find the far corner. And he does make one defender miss. Now he makes everybody miss. It's a foot race down the far sideline. He's got the 20. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown time in Texas. Jalen Thornton around the far edge again.
Keep hammering. You said it. Keep hammering. Keep going. And give it Thornton. Give it. They've got Stewart. Howe has Jalen Thornton. And Thornton strikes again with his his 4th touchdown of the evening.
54 yards for Thornton on the jet sweep. How many plays are they running tonight on scoring drives?
2 is the average, it appears.
1 on that one again. There's Flores, PAT. There's a flag down. It looked like the PAT was good, but a flag is on the play. So a 1 play. It actually is a 69-yard drive, but the penalty makes it a 1-play drive.
So one play has been the theme tonight.
Basically,
1-play drives.
I think they've had 4 1-play drives. Is that right? Right now it's 48-20. There's 13 seconds left on the 3rd quarter clock. Howe's going to have to redo the PAT. Haley to hold, and Flores' kick is a high one, and it's also good. 49-21. Howe in the lead, and that's a good-looking score. Remember, it's been 1,057 days since Howe's won a district road game. Trying to reset the clock tonight.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Elliott Ross returns the Tech Wave kickoff from the 30 up to the 45-yard line. Your hit exterior scoring drive recap, one play, 69 yards. Because of the penalty, the one play was a 54-yard touchdown run by Jalen Thornton on a jet sweep to give us our new score, 49-21. 13 seconds remaining, or at the time remaining in the third. Now there's 7 after the kickoff. Jalen Thornton with 16 carries, 180 yards,
wow,
and 4 touchdowns tonight. Thank you, Blizzard, for the update.
I know who Caroline should probably be interviewing it in the game.
No question. Bonham with the ball at the 45 to start. The first play incomplete. Bring up second down and 10. 3 seconds remaining in the third. Looks like Howe's kind of putting the pressure on Bonham, and I don't think Bonham really wants any more.
They tried to open up the screen there, and Jaron Ross, 5'5", 131 pounds, was trying to block Jaron Ing.
Good luck.
And Ross was losing that one.
Second down and 10. Stuber looking left, throwing over the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted by Jalen Thornton. He can run, he can punt, he can catch, and he can almost pick you off as well.
He's the Swiss Army knife of this team.
That's
a little bit of everything.
End of the third quarter. It's fourth quarter time in Texas.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jalen. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in. And all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year. And that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
We're at Warrior Stadium. And the crowd has thinned out a bit here on the purple side. 49-21 our score as we enter the final frame. Bonham coming back out on the field. They have the ball at the 45, now turning right to left toward the Howe side. And here is Stuber. And he's running around the right edge. Has his feet cut out from underneath him by Jordan Jones after a 6-yard pickup crossing midfield to the 48-yard line.
They're still trying those design runs. Got to run the right side there. Jones took his legs out. Looked like he was he's walking around just a little bit with a limp.
And now Stuber quickly in shotgun, low snap, digs it out, running right up the middle again. This time he's got a lot of room and a first down to the Howe 41-yard line.
Well, he's walking around with a limp. They didn't stop him from getting the carry and bulldozing his way across for a first down.
Ball at the 41. 11:26 remaining in the game. Howe trying to just shut the door and get out of here. A great performance tonight by all three phases.
Yes.
Stuber wants to throw. Pressure from Matthew Bearden, and the deep ball down the field is going to be incomplete. Leighton Elvington nearly had another pick. It was intended for Sewell, who also almost made the catch.
They were both going for the ball right about the same time. I wonder if Sewell maybe kind of was that crocodile armament, alligator armament, where you kind of afraid to catch it because you have somebody coming across the middle about to take their head off.
Meanwhile, Matthew Bearden looked like Bob Lilly back there. As Stuber went to throw, Bearden unloaded on him. 11:09 left to go in the game. Clock stops after the incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up. Stuber in the gun. Digs out a low snap, sets up the screen to Ross. It's incomplete. He could have been popped by Arturo Louder, but Louder's nice to him. Sees the incomplete and just taps him on the shoulder, saying, hey, go back to the huddle, young man.
Meanwhile, while Waldrop was coming through, blitzing as a linebacker, they're right to the middle of that line and made Stuber get rid of that just probably a little quicker than he wanted to.
Third down and 10 coming up, 11:01 on the clock. Bonham kind of stalling this thing out a little bit with the incomplete passes.
Well, each play is getting more and more valuable for them. When they're down by 28 points, they got to make the most of each play.
3rd and 10. 3 receivers near side. Stuber is going to run it up the middle, and he just lowers his shoulders and kind of just he waits for the hit, and then it didn't come, so he just surged forward a little bit more, and he does pick up about 3 yards, but it's 4th down.
4th down, and this is obviously going to be 4-down territory. This will be an interesting decision here on what you do. They've been successful with that Wildcat.
They're going to call a timeout.
Yep.
We're going to take an old men in the coffee shop timeout.
I don't necessarily agree with a number of kids and all in the school as to the quality of football players you're going to have. Because when I was a senior in high school, we played Lake Highlands. A guy by the name of Curtis Christian was our head coach at that time, and he came up here from Plano. We were out there working out, and looked up, and here comes all these chartered buses all coming in, you know, and just told me, so what are y'all doing? You get back to doing your calisthenics and all, get ready. So they put their britches on the same way you do. We went out there and played them a tough game, boy.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
Hey, Mark Hemperly is a fellow Sooner fan. He owns Baker AC and Heating. I wonder if we called him right now, if his ringtone is the same as mine. Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner. You guys running packs, so probably so.
4th down and 8. Stewart, and they fake the jet sweep to him, and Stuber wants to throw deep down the field for Sewell. In and out of his hands, about 2 yards deep in the end zone. It would have been a touchdown if he'd have hauled it in. It's incomplete. Brandon Williams was in coverage, and the ball turns over on downs to Howe.
Good job by Williams. I mean, him and Sewell were fighting for it, but mark that one down, or fighting for a position there, but mark that one down. That's a blown opportunity for the Warriors, because he would have caught that. That was a for sure touchdown.
So the Bulldogs will take over possession at their own 39-yard line with 10:26 remaining in the game, trying to kill it. I would imagine our new offensive coordinator, Nate Lynch, is either thinking hammer it home, or I bet he's thinking run. You know, kill the clock, you think? Or hammer it?
I think he's going to hammer it.
This is Haley. He's going to hand off to Williams up the middle, and he's got a lot of room. Or is that Thornton?
That's Thornton.
It's Thornton again. Near side, escapes the defender, brought down by Gerald Stewart at the 30-yard line. Thornton is electric.
This offensive line got a big hole, a hole big enough for all 5 of us, our broadcast crew, to go through. My word, it was a big gaping hole in that left side there by the Bulldog offensive line. And
31 yards on the run puts Jalen over 200 on the night.
Wow.
Ball down to the 30. Haley in the gun, looking near side, throws. He's got Gronk at the 25-yard line. Stephen Waldrop makes the catch. He was on his knees when he made the catch, so he couldn't go anywhere, but a nice possession reception by his safety valve, Stephen Waldrop.
That's okay. You get 5 yards in the play, and the clock continues to run.
He's got a Gronk.
He's got a Gronk. He likes that name.
2 receivers up at the top, 2 at the bottom. Haley handoff. Carson Daniels, big gaping hole up the middle, 20. Fights out of a tackle to the 10-yard line. A great run by Carson Daniels, the freshman. And they'll move the sticks to the 10.
One freshman handing off to another freshman, and yeah, Coach Lynch is going to keep his foot on the pedal here. They're going fast.
Quick handoff. Carson Daniels again, left side, still fighting for yardage. Almost to the 5. He'll be driven backwards, but forward progress gets him to the 6.
Well, 2 plays in a row getting to Carson Daniels. I wonder if they're trying to get him in the end zone, get him some love.
Might as well. 8:43 and rolling here in the 4th quarter. 49-21, Howe in the lead. Now they take a little bit of time. They look over to the side. Haley in the gun, 2 receivers either side. Arturo Louder in the slot and Waldrop near side. Haley flushed out, and he's going to go down. That's a big sack back to the 14-yard line. That's a big kid on top of Haley, and he kind of just picks him up, sets him back up in his spot. That's a big kid.
Haley did the smart thing. He saw purple jerseys coming at him from all directions and just got down. Probably after that hit from S&S a couple of weeks ago, he probably doesn't want to think about that, so he just makes a smart move and lives to see another day.
Clock continues to roll, under 8 minutes left to go in the game. The freshman, Daniels and Haley, man in motion is Thornton. They fake it to him. Haley wants to throw. It's a high ball to Wyndon coming across on about a 5-yard in, and Haley just overthrew him by just a little bit. Falls incomplete. Third down and
it's fourth down.
Fourth and a field goal attempt.
Flores coming in.
So a 30-yard attempt we're about to see.
And we saw him hitting from 39 earlier this evening.
And he hit one that would have been good from about 44-ish.
Yeah.
So Haley to hold on a 30-yard field goal attempt by Flores. The kick is high, the kick's very long, and the kick is good. Flores bangs it through. That might have been good from 45. And our new score, Howe's hung half 100 on Bonham, 52-21. We'll be right back.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
You know who's getting their money's worth tonight is Tech Wave.
Yeah.
A Tech Wave kickoff by Flores is a high pooch kick, middle of the field, going to be taken by Elliott Ross, dives for it. It's not Ross. Stuber.
He fair catch that, fair caught that?
I think he caught it on the run. Ball's at the 37.
What was the proper pronunciation for that? Fair caught, fair caught it?
I guess fair caught.
Fair caught.
Strange. So Bonham starting at their own 37, moving right to left. Ryan Hill goes in at nose guard. Carson Daniels at linebacker. Noah Campbell in at linebacker. He's been out there a lot tonight. It was the hit exterior scoring drive recap. 7 plays, 48 yards. And it was a 30-yard field goal by Flores to get us to 52-21. Handoff near side, Ross. He's got quite a bit of room coming near side. And he's got 12 yards to midfield. Aiden Norton in at cornerback.
Do you think about maybe getting Jalen Thornton out there maybe?
Hunter Brusso checks in. Arturo Louder checks out. Yeah, how about that? Let's, Thornton, leave the field. Here is quarterback Stuber. Tries to run up the middle. Jackson Adkins was right there. Matthew Bearden was right there.
Good job by those guys to shed their blocks and bring him back for a 1-yard loss.
So who do you want to talk to? Our night furniture sideline report. Who do you want to talk to tonight?
Caden Harmon, but he's sitting here on the bench, so may have to be sitting down talking to him.
Here's Gerald Stewart on the jet sweep from the left to the right on the far side. Jumps over a defender and has the first down inside the 40 to the 38. There is a flag down, however. So you want to talk to Caden Harmon?
Of course, don't you?
Sure, okay. All right.
What about Jalen Thornton too, right?
Oh my gosh. If he has enough strength to talk to me after this game, I will talk to him.
Yeah, Jalen, man, he just may get a rope and pull the bus all the way home. Man, what a game. This one's going to be against Bonham. They're going to back it up, negating the great run by Gerald Stewart on the jet sweep. And this will push the ball back on the Bonham side of the field at the 46-yard line.
So he's had over 200 yards rushing.
Almost had a pick. Had some great punts. 4 touchdowns. MVP?
Yeah.
46-yard line. Right to left. Bonham. Stubert drops back 3 steps, looking across the middle. Wide open. Bowser bobbles it for a moment, now brings it in. He's got the 20, escapes for a moment down the sidelines. I believe he's going to be out at the 1-yard line.
A crossing pattern there, and he bobbled it a few times, tip drill, before he able to secure it. And really good hustle by Brandon Williams to go down there and at least knock him out of bounds, or knock him down, maybe put his knee down about the 2-yard line.
We're told by the blizzard that he was in. It was a terrible spot. But
I thought he was in too, but I guess they thought he put a knee down.
I thought he might have been too. They'll mark it at the 1. They're going to have to get it the hard way. Stuber in the gun. Ross next to him. Stuber's going to keep it himself. Bounces one defender. Bounces out to the right. Not sure he's in.
He's in.
And they give it to him. Touchdown Bonham. And they're on the board. They're not done tonight. 52-27 awaiting the PAT. 6:17 left to go in this game.
Well, it wasn't for lack of effort by the Bulldogs. Just missed a couple of tackles there. And Bonham's not going to go away here tonight.
4-play drive for Bonham. 63 yards on the drive. Reinhardt for the PAT. Stuber to hold. It's on the tee. Good snap, good hold. Another line drive kick by Reinhardt. That one's no good. It's a rare issue for Reinhardt, as normally he is spot on. 52-27 our score. We'll be right back.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
All right, we got to get with Randy Pendergrass. They put a point up there. Take that point away. He didn't make the PAT. Take the point down. They've got it right now, 52-28, but it should be 52-27 on the scoreboard here at Warrior Stadium in Bonham, Texas, as we approach the Tech Wave kickoff. And we have a scoring drive recap of 4 plays. This is for Hit Exterior LLC. 4 plays, 63 yards. It was a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Stuber to make it 52-27 after the missed PAT by Reinhardt. There's 6:13 left to go in the 17 left to go in the game. And here's your Tech Wave kickoff. I thought it was going to be an onside. It's not, as Reinhardt backs up. About to bang it away for Howe, who likes to score on 1-play drives all of a sudden. Reinhardt's kick comes near side and is going to probably go out of bounds, and it goes out of bounds. As I thought for a moment that Bonham was going to be able to get on it. As they pooched it down to the near side, Howe just kind of looked at it. Bonham raced down there, and good thing for Howe, it just bounced out of bounds.
I think Howe was betting on it, bouncing and going out of bounds is in the field of play. At least a gamble that paid off.
So Howe's going to have the ball in pretty good field position, trying to kill this one.
They still hadn't changed that 28-27 yet.
He did miss it, right?
He did miss it.
Yeah.
Shanked it left.
I mean, I saw the line drive, and I saw the officials give the no good signal. So
now at this point in the offense, I think, is this when you start kind of bleeding some clock here? And getting out of here?
This is what we're going to find out about our new offensive coordinator. We're going to keep hammering it, or we're going to kill some clock. Ball at the 35. 6:16 on the clock. This is a run up the middle by Williams, and good for about 4 yards.
Well, Thornton's not in the game right now, so maybe that was the end of the night for him.
That might be a good idea, don't you think? I mean, he's going to have to pull the bus home with a rope. So
right.
Give him a little,
A little break before he does
10
that.
minutes off here, yeah. Ball at the 38 after a 4-yard run by Williams. I guess they'll spot it at the 39. Haley still in the gun, has to dig out a low snap, picks it up, hands it off to Williams, crosses the 40 to the 41. Howe taking a lot of time off the play clock here as well.
It's interesting with Haley. He was calling out some signals there and trying to get the defense to jump off sides. They didn't. And then went ahead and went with his play and did all the window dressing that they do, and just a handoff to Williams for a 2-yard gain.
Hey, Caroline, is Coach Simmons down there?
Yes.
Could we? Do you think we could hear from Coach Simmons?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
He's on the other end of the field, isn't he?
Third down, and he's like Jerry Jones. He's the Jerry Jones of the Howe Bulldogs. Come down on the field at the end of the game. 3rd down and 4. We're under 5 minutes now. Haley is going to get it. He wants to throw. He's got Gronk, and Gronk almost escapes for a big, long gainer. Has a first down at midfield into Bonham territory at the 49, but a flag down.
I think
it may be a late hit against Bonham on Haley.
And Haley was slow to get up. That's what you don't want to hear or see right now. This late in the ball game, the game is pretty much in hand, and your quarterback getting knocked around.
All right, guys, I got Coach Simmons. Coach, you were saying earlier that when we were up 30-something to 0 that you were waiting to enjoy it. Are you enjoying this game yet?
Not yet.
Not till it's over.
That's right. I'm over here counting. I don't know how good my math is, but I know one thing. They don't have 28. It's 27. That's official. I guess a style point or something. But I'm just trying to make sure we stay ahead.
Yeah, well, we got 4 minutes, 42 seconds, and let's go home.
40 minutes to 9.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Let him know that we're still motivated.
We're still motivated. That's right.
4:32 on the clock. This is a toss to Williams, left side. He's got a big seam, looking for a block. Gets a block from Wyndon. Williams. And he races down inside the 10 to the 8. I meant Wyndon. We've got Williams and Wyndon, but he's got a first down inside the 10 with 4:23 left to go in the game.
I like that. A pitch out there to Williams and let him use some of that power and speed he has outside. And the thing is, he got to near the out of bounds and got tackled in bounds to keep the clock moving.
And it is moving at 4:13. 17 on the play clock. Haley goes under center, nearly draws him off. And now he'll go under center again. And he's going to hand off, deep hand off Williams, an I formation, and he'll plunge to about the 3-yard line. I formation with Daniels right in front of him.
And they're trying to go fast here again.
5-yard gain, and here we go. I formation again. Handoff Williams again, right side. This time, it's touchdown time in Texas. And Howe's got 58 on the board.
When's the last time we had 50? Howe's had 58 on the board.
I'm going to have to go back and do some research to see how long it's been since the Bulldogs scored 58 points in a game. It's been a while. 28, 28, or 27 rather. 3:38 to go, and Flores on for the PAT. And it looks good. And it is. And Howe now has a 59 to 27 lead with 3:38 left to go in the game. We'll keep it right here. I'm going to have to do some research.
Well, another research thing I was wondering about too is Thornton opening over 200 yards. Is, how close is he to any kind of a record, individual rushing record for a game?
Oh, he's got a ways to go.
Got a ways to go, huh?
Got a ways to go. You got a long ways to go. I don't remember exactly what it is, but
it's not over 300, is it?
It's up there.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
It's way on up there. Garrett let's see. Garrett Griffin. The Blizzard tells us that Garrett Griffin and Anthony Hawthorne got to play Tom Bean, so there may be an asterisk there.
Do you know how many yards he had, Blizzard?
Here's Kevin Flores. Tech Wave kickoff going to be taken on the right hash, and a big seam by Elliott Ross over midfield into Howe territory at the 43-yard line. It's going to be a bit since Howe's put 59 on the board. It's going to be a bit. Now, Howe scored 77 against Tom Bean in 2014 to set the school record, which was 76 set in 1991 at S&S. The only reason I know that because I was on the field that night.
So 76, and they got 77 to set the record.
77 at Tom Bean. That's the record. And that's probably the last time they've hung 59 in a game. I'm just guessing right now. I don't have that official.
So probably 2014, you said?
2014. 3:25 on the clock. Stuber wants to throw. And it's going to be intercepted. Hunter Brusso, 30, 20. He's going to take it to the house. It is touchdown time in Texas. Hunter Brusso.
He's been quiet all night long and gets his second pick six of the season.
There's 3:08 left in the game. They could get to 78. 65-28 awaiting the PAT. Hunter Brusso does it again. Second pick six of the year.
Hunter Brusso was sitting on that route, jumped it, and he was gone.
Man alive, 65-28. Haley to hold, Flores to kick the PAT up good, 66-27. I wish they'd change that scoreboard because it's 27. And there's 3:08 left to go in the game. How about that? How about them dogs?
Coach McCormick likes it.
Yeah. How about that? 3:08 left to go in the game.
Like we said, all three phases of the game. It's been what a way to start district out and make a statement to District 5.
That is a statement. Hey, Coach Nate Lynch walked by, and I got a big old slap on the butt. I thought Carson Grogan did that. I was like, hey. And then I saw Lynch walking by. What a statement. First district game for Howe. Put 66 on the board. Man alive.
And it's a final over in Rains. Van Alstyne defeats Rains 29-21.
So now you know that Rains is improved over last year. And what do you know about Van Alstyne? It's hard to tell so far.
It really is.
They played great football teams early in the season. The record did not indicate what kind of football team they had or have. But they struggled tonight with Rains. Here's a kickoff. The Tech Wave kickoff going to be taken by Elliott Ross again. Same thing, right hash. Almost same position as he crosses the midfield stripe in Howe territory to the 47-yard line. And at this point, with 2:56 remaining in the game, I would think John Fish would be
just get out of here
with, running the football and
just get out of here,
putting the water on the fire a little bit.
The Bulldogs have come to play tonight.
So what do we want to ask Jalen Thornton? What do we want to ask?
Oh, wow.
Is he going to pull the bus home?
Is he tired?
Yeah. He can pretty much do it all. Howe is a different team with him in the game, and Howe's a different team with Austin Haley in the game as well. 1st and 10 for Bonham, and they're still going to throw. This is caught by Sewell at the 40. Legs taken out from under him at the 38-yard line by guess who? No, that's Brandon Williams. I thought it was Thornton still in the game.
Thornton is in the game still, but it wasn't him, and there's a flag on the play.
The ball at the 48, the penalty is going to be an ineligible man downfield against Bonham. And Coach Fish is going to be like, really? Come on.
Yeah, that's what.
It's 66-27. Come on, just let us have one. but they're going to back them up. And it's been that kind of night for Bonham. And you've had, hey, Howe's been on this kind of flip side of this. They know. So it's, there's no rubbing it in or anything because you've been there. You've seen it, you've done it.
They've been on the receiving end of some of these games.
So the ball backs up to the 48-yard line in the Howe side of the field. Stuber in the gun, Ross to his left. The one thing we have failed to mention, here's a handoff to Ross. The freshman has a big seam. He breaks out of several tackles coming near side. Looking for a block. Williams finally drags him down hard, but not after a really good gain inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. One thing we have not mentioned about this Bonham team, they have 9 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 7 freshmen on this team.
Yeah. They're going to be good in a year or two.
Stuber is one of those juniors, and he'll hand off to Ross again, who has a wide open lane around the right side, breaks a tackle of Kirshner. He has a first down to the 30-yard line. Ryan Hale makes the tackle downfield at the 30.
Ryan Hale, with the pursuit and puts a good lick in there on Ross there at the end of that run.
Our spotter, Carson Grogan, loves that play. He was a teammate of Ryan Hale's a year ago. First down at 10 at the Howe 30, a $1:34 on the clock. Ready to put this one in the book. Stuber is going to hand off near side. Ross again trying to find the corner. Does find the corner. Finds the 15 and out of bounds at about the 14-yard line, and another first down run by Ross here at the end of the game.
Go
ahead.
I'll say, with this game, this has been a fun game to broadcast. The last couple of years have been just some tough times. We didn't win a game in district last year. You start out the season 1-3, so just from a broadcast standpoint, this has been a fun game to be a part of.
Yeah, about to kick you out of here. House 5-19 with you around.
Since I come in, I know. What? You're not. We talked about off air. You're not used to these starts here. Coming from McKinney and Sherman,
sir.
and you're used to
going, 3 and 4 rounds deep every year.
You're not used to 3 and 7.
And we were doing that here until you showed up. Here's a handoff to Bowser up the middle, and he gets a carry and slung down at about the 3-yard line. Bonham trying to punch it in here real quick before the game is over. 66-27 our score, 1:09 on the clock as they stop it momentarily for some reason. Now maybe to move the chains. It's first down and goal, and now the clock runs with 1:08. Ball at the 3. Nice run by Bowser. Stuber, high snap. He's going to try to run. He does escape a defender, trying to find the far pylon, and has his feet taken out from him by Jordan Jones before he can do so. 52 seconds on the clock. Again, Bonham trying to punch it in for some late points to give them some sort of momentum to end this game, at least something to feel good about.
Well, like I said, this game was a winnable game here tonight against Bonham. You go to Raines next, or you go back home to play Raines. That's a winnable game as well. So if the Bulldogs,
Coach Jay said we look at them as they're all winnable.
Yes.
Some are just a little bit tougher than others. Stuber looking near side in the end zone. That one's incomplete. Looking for Stewart. 18 seconds on the clock. It went in and out of his hands. Hunter Brusso on the coverage. And it's is it third and goal?
Third.
It says second. Is it third?
It's third and goal, yeah.
It also says 28 points, and it's 27. So I don't trust the guy down there.
I'm going by the marker on the other side of the field. I think it says third down right by the official.
All right, third and goal, 18 seconds on the clock. Stuber in the gun. And he is going to take a bad snap all the way back to the 14, and Howe's going to recover the football at the 22-yard line. Another turnover, and Howe comes up with it. Raul Hernandez comes up with the football. So,
well, isn't it just symbolic for the Bulldogs here? Get a turnover at the end of the game and recover it. And just a way to end the game. The way the offense, the defense, the special teams, we've been harping on it all night long. And just an exclamation point to the end of the ball game.
So I know we want to hear from Coach Jay. We want to hear from Jalen Thornton. And Caroline wants to talk to Caden Harmon.
Yes.
So we'll see if we can round all that up for you. As Howe's going to come out with 9 seconds and just kill it right here. And I still have 4 Diet Cokes to drink. What's going to
You got some for the road.
I guess so. Howe in victory formation.
Time to get the light ready. Get the.
And this one is in the books. Howe, your Bulldogs are 1-0 in district play. It's the first time your Bulldogs have won a district game on the road in 1,057 days, but that was yesterday. It's a new day. It's a new year. Howe is 1-0 in district play. And as Coach McCormick drives by here in a minute, we're going to have him turn on the victory light. If he'll punch that little button right there, the victory light in Howe is on in downtown.
How you like that?
1-0 in district play, and it's got to feel good. And Caroline, these players have to be ecstatic with the win that they got tonight.
Oh, I cannot wait to talk to them. I think I'm going to try to talk to literally as many people as I can.
We'll be here all night. The scoreboard.
I mean, maybe. I'll just follow them in. Like, what's 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. The scoreboard has been turned off. It was 66-27, our final score here in Bonham, Texas. We'll have the school song, the fight song. The victory light is on in downtown Howe, and your Bulldogs are 1-0 in district play. And what a night it was tonight, offensively, defensively, special teams. Everything was clicking tonight.
It really was. I was telling Caroline, it's like especially on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to do the school song.
What a night. Go ahead.
What I was saying was, telling Caroline earlier at the halftime show was that it's like this offense was playing possum the first 4 games of the season in non-district. With the offense only averaging 20 points per game, 288 yards per game. Jalen Thornton had over 200 yards of rushing, and they put up 66 points on the scoreboard. So I don't know if they were holding back or what, but it was good to see here tonight.
Very good to see here tonight. Howe scored 77 at Tom Bean in 2014. We think that might have been the last time Howe got past 66, what they put on the board tonight in a 66-27 win here in Bonham. Every time we come here, there's a million points scored, and that happened tonight. We were thinking that the score might be half of what it turned out to be tonight.
Yeah, we all took some predictions here, and then we weren't even close.
You know, one of the things I love about what Howe does right here is when the opposing team does their fight song or their school song, Howe turns around and looks at the crowd in respect for the opposing team and gives them their moment, and then they turn around with the fight song as you hear now.
And we say before, that starts at the top with Coach Jay.
So Coach Jay is talking to his team right now, and when he gets done with that, Caroline will pop out, and and we get a text from the band director, Angie Liss, and she says, that band kid can play, talking about Hunter Brusso.
Had him a pick 6 tonight.
You know, I called her a couple weeks ago after that pick 6, and I said, hey, Angie, you got any more kids on the band that we can recruit from? Who are you hiding down there? Can we get some others? Oh, Coach Jay's still talking to the team down there, and he's got to be happy.
Oh, man.
You know, but in this situation, hey, it's step 1 of 6. You still have to, enjoy it, but you still have to remember, hey, it's just one, even though it was a great one. Enjoy it tonight and get back to it.
You got the 24-hour rule. You enjoy it for 24 hours, then you get ready for next week's opponent. You'll have a fun time getting ready or doing the highlights for this one.
I won't be in bed till 2 a.m.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Be a late night for you.
It's going to be a long one. There's highlights may be 18 minutes long this week. Man, alive. That was a lot of action, and it's fun over here. Every time we come to Bonham, it's great hospitality. The people over here are great.
They really are.
The press box, we're in a good shape for 3A football. This is, it's a good press box. They take good care of us. Always a good place to come over here in Bonham.
Yeah.
Guys, I got a funny, good story for you before we start. Talking to this guy, he's a Bulldog fan. He comes by. He said, "Hey, that Bells game. I'm a truck driver. I listen to y'all from Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi. I know that's not the right order of states, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Zigzagging all over.
Yeah,
the
he's
country.
going all crazy. But from Florida, 3 states. He listened to us. I said, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Yep. Every time you say my kid's name, I'm so proud." I said, "Well, who's your kid?" Hunter Brusso. I said, "Well, we're talking to him right now. We're talking about it right now." I said, "That band kid can play."
That band kid can play. Man, I tell you, he used to play for the team, and now they play for him.
And what's funny is, like I said, we hadn't called his name a lot tonight, and then all of a sudden he came and jumped around and ran it back the other way.
Oh.
And now Caroline is trying to track people down. Let's see. I don't even know where you are, Caroline.
She's at the 30-yard line.
I see. Yeah, okay.
And Coach Jay's at the 41, I think.
I don't even. Oh yeah, I do see Coach Jay.
Do you see him, Caroline?
There she is.
Come on in. Bring it in for the real thing. Coach Jay.
Oh, he gets a hug.
I know. I got a victory
hug.
hug. They're so jealous. Coach Jay, 66-27, 1-0 in district. What do you got to say?
Very proud of our boys. They came out and played all week long. We kept preaching that all year we've been preaching that we're a gritty football team. We're a good football team. We're 5 plays away from winning some other games. But I kept preaching them all week. Go out this week and send a statement to everybody that we're going to be a force to reckon with in district. And those boys did it tonight. They came out and said a huge statement for us.
They absolutely did. It was so much fun to watch. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
And tell Monty if he wants a hug, I'll be down here for a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Tell him I'm on my way.
He's on his way. All right, let's see. Where are we at?
We're going for, was it Harmon and
honestly,
Thornton.
anyone.
Thornton, number 2. Find number 2. Jalen Thornton. Anybody see him?
He's probably laying down,
I
guys.
think he may be at the 30-yard line other side.
He's way down there at the 30?
On
down.
On the left.
Okay.
Is he coming back this way? He's talking to his father on the 31-yard line, we understand.
On the sidelines, out of bounds.
On the sidelines, out of bounds?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yep, okay.
Oh, I forgot. They can hear you.
Yes. We're both talking to her.
Yeah. All right. So Caroline is approaching Jalen Thornton.
Oh, can I talk to you? Whenever you do your thing? Yeah.
Is it going to be a moment?
Maybe.
Trying to corral Jalen Thornton. They're taking some pictures over there with his family. What a game. The Blizzard, I'm sure, will give us some stats on the final stats for Jalen Thornton, how many yards he ended up with. It was over 200 on the night.
Four touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. 66-27, Howe with the win tonight. We're about to interview Jalen Thornton. As soon as he gets...
He's a popular man down there.
Listen, star of the game. Jalen.
Uh-oh, you got to...
Can I get a minute of your time? No, star of the game. Are you tired or what?
Yes, I'm very tired.
No, so can imagine. The stats I have for you: 17 carries, 211 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 tackles, 1 pass breakup, fumble recovery. How do you feel?
It actually feels pretty great. Just coming off a bad loss from who was it that we played last game?
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. But it feels good.
Well, it was amazing, an amazing game. So much fun to watch. What are you guys going to take into next week after this game?
Can you say that again?
What are you guys taking into next week after this game?
It's same thing, just doing good defensively and offensively, and we hope we can get the same, just the same
outcome.
Yes.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Ask him how good of a win this is for his head coach.
Yeah, how good of a win do you think this is for Coach Jay?
It's a really big win. He just talked to us. He had some stuff going on, so it's a really big win for Coach Jay.
Congrats to all you guys. We'll see you next week.
All right. If you find anyone else you want to
there's Coach Lynch. You want to talk to him?
If you want, go ahead. The Howe Bulldogs again win 66-27 tonight. And
is that
one thing I really enjoyed about Jalen Thornton's interview right there is he didn't know who they played last week. You know what that means? That's gone. Last week's gone.
That's in the rearview mirror.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. He can't even remember who he played last week. The loss, it was bad, but he can't even remember. That's a good thing.
That really
means
is.
It's done. It's over, and obviously it's over because he had 211 yards tonight.
The epitome of one game at a time.
So, not sure if Caroline is really going to interview.
I'm going. Yeah, he's talking to his dad.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have
Coach
our
Lynch.
first interview with Coach Lynch, the offensive coordinator, and a statement perhaps was made tonight from the get-go in the first quarter.
It really was. The first 3 drives, I think they scored on there. And they all came off turnovers or defensive stops there early on.
Yeah, if I can. Thank you. Coach Lynch, the star of the game. What do you got to say about your offense?
Well, I'm just glad that we finally got everybody healthy and we're on the field at one time. So, everything that we've been working on all year finally kind of came together and clicked a little bit. So a couple times, there's no doubt, a couple times we caught them, off guard with a couple things that we did, and we got lucky with a couple things. But, it was time the ball bounced our way a few times, though, too. So
66-27, what does this win mean for your team?
Just right now, we're just excited to go 1-0 in district. We told the kids all week, and they bought in. It's the district is up for grabs. We just have to keep working, keep doing what we do, and good things are going to happen.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, good job, Caroline. We're going to wrap this one up after we talk to the Blizzard. I know he's got a lot of stats to do, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring in the Blizzard.
Okay.
I'll hand him mine.
Hand yours. This is Blake Burnett with our statistician.
I'm in here now, y'all.
All right. Get a long list there of statistics.
The Austin Haley, first district game for the freshman, 10 of 19, 289 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times, but they were also good plays to not try to turn the ball over and just take the sack.
Yeah, it was good times he got down there instead of getting hit.
Caden Harmon, 2 catches, 101 yards and a touchdown, all done in the first half. 4 tackles and an interception. The interception came in the second half. He did have an ankle injury, it looked like, late in the game, though, and held him out of the fourth quarter. Jalen Thornton, 17 carries, 211 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 catch for 7 yards, 6 tackles, 1 pass breakup, and 1 fumble recovery. He should have probably intercepted the pass breakup, though.
You said 17 for 211?
17 for 211.
That's 12.4 yards a carry.
Stephen Waldrop had a big second half with 3 catches for 21 yards. Brandon Williams also had a big second half, 10 carries, 66 yards, and 1 touchdown. And he was our the Bulldogs' leading tackler tonight with 11 tackles. Now, as we go on to the Bonham stats, Stuber, 13 of 35, 243 yards and 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions. Both came in the second half. Caden Harmon had 1 in the end zone, and Hunter Brusso had a pick 6 late in the fourth quarter. He also had 20 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jaron Ross, the freshman running back for Bonham, 18 carries, 108 yards, 2 fumbles, and 2 catches for 19 yards. Stewart for Bonham, 3 catches for 66 yards, 3 carries for 42 yards, most of those yards coming on the 36-yard touchdown run he had. Cade Bowser, 5 catches for 130 yards, and Elliott Ross, 1 catch for 3 yards and a touchdown tonight for the Bonham Purple Warriors.
Well, it was a good game here. High-scoring affair. Bulldog offense looked great. The defense made the stops when they need to, and they'll go 1-0 here. Get ready for Rains next week.
The big thing for the Bulldogs offense was, like Coach Lynch said, the Bulldogs finally got healthy on offense.
Let's hope Caden Harmon that they just held him out. Hopefully that was just precautionary for tonight. But yeah, if you can have all your weapons back next week again, Rains better look out. So, all right, thank you, Blizzard. We'll hand off back over to Monty to close us out.
So I get the handoff?
Yeah, you get the handoff.
It's been a while.
All
right, yeah,
right in the breadbasket there.
So we got anything else to talk about? Are we good?
I think the Coach Lynch and the offense have spoken tonight.
I think everything. I think the Howe Bulldogs spoke very highly.
The defense spoke too. Defense did a great job too. I don't want to always hop on the offense.
We got to come up with we called them the dog pound def before, and they may be that again, taking the ball away. And boy, they have created some turnovers this year.
They really have.
So, with that, we're going to end it. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in and being with us tonight, even if we drank 6 Diet Cokes during the broadcast and probably
6 how many you've had tonight?
Probably, something like that. There's 2 left. I think I gave one away to somebody. Anyway, we want to thank Caroline Slauson, our sideline reporter from Night Furniture. We want to thank them for sponsoring us. We also have Carson Grogan, our spotter and engineer. The Blizzard, Blake Burnett on stats. And our color analyst, Justin White. And for everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Monty Walker, and we will see you next week at home against Emory Rains. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com. Howe Bulldogs football is brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Bucks North Barbecue, TechWave, Ed Meacham State Farm, Night Furniture, Independent Bank, Star Auto Body, Torque Plumbing, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Juan Enciso Farmers Insurance, GCEC, The Old Man at the Coffee Shop, FBC Howe, the Howe Athletic Booster Club, Baker AC and Heating, Pitt Exteriors. This has been a product of Grayson Publishing.